Welcome back to Wildcat Wizards, the only show on JWoo Live to be gone for a month and still be...
Woo!
That's right, folks, we're back.
Our phenomenal intro.
Welcome back to Wildcat Wizards, the only show on JWoo Live to be gone a month and still not know the intro.
All right.
Yeah. That's, you know what? I have nothing better than that. That is so accurate.
That's a pretty good intro.
Looks like we weren't canceled after all.
Yeah.
I know.
Joke's on Eric. We came back.
Maybe we were canceled. That's true. This episode hasn't come out yet.
Exactly. For those of you who don't know, we have a pretty good Facebook page. It's got a meme on it. That
Oh
I
yeah,
think everybody will like.
let's plug the social. We have a Facebook page now.
Go like us at facebook.com/wildcatwizards.
All one word, all lowercase, no JWoo in it at all. Just facebook.com/wildcatwizards.
You'll
Really
get,
good.
And that's all we have.
Real good.
We'll
Really good.
work on other social media. This time next week we should have like a Twitter or something too. What do you think?
yeah, that way we can do Twitter polls without
Right.
Eric.
Right.
For your 10 followers.
Yeah, for our 10 followers. That way we know if somebody in Uganda is actually listening to us.
Right.
Our
10
followers
now.
Based in Russia.
Yeah.
10 now, 15 tomorrow.
No, what? Isn't it like Italy is our highest rate? Is like our highest viewers for the show.
Ciao, viewers.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Eric's checking.
We're getting the stats checked right now.
I'm pretty sure it's a town in Italy is our highest listener base right now.
We do need to change that Facebook profile picture and banner though.
No, I
It's-
think
no,
I think,
we
no.
need to change
We're
that.
keeping that.
That's our official logo.
Yeah, how could you mess with the official Wildcat
Aren't
Wizards
either of you
logo?
graphic design or no?
No.
No.
Oh. I just know you're you have like nerdy majors.
Wait.
Look, I know graphic design students that would do worse than this because they're that lazy. So like, it's not. Or graphic design students that would do better, but they'd charge me like $150 for it. So
Eric's giving us back talk, and he's not even on the show
I
yet.
want
He
it to
doesn't
be
have a
known.
mic.
I want it to be known. He said he was not going to interrupt as much this episode unless we said something super stupid. Which apparently last week I was not here. Last month I wasn't here.
Last month, yeah.
And you guys riled him up by saying Thor wasn't a superhero.
He's not. He's a god.
It's very controversial.
This is a video game themed episode. We haven't even introduced the episode. This is a video game themed episode. But
Hold on, we got to go over this
For
first.
the record, I just want to say, I don't want to get into it, but for the record, Eric, I side with you. He is a superhero.
He is not a superhero.
I'm putting my vote down in that category. So it's, I don't know what Calvin voted, but it's...
Is Santa a superhero?
That was Calvin's
No, he's not
argument.
God either.
Nobody said Santa was God.
This is why we're not getting into this, and I just
Hold
wanted
on,
to
hold on.
cast
Give
my
Eric
vote.
the mic. He looks like he has something to say.
All right.
And away
I'm taking it off.
we go.
Hold on, my backpack's
Off topic,
upside-
and we haven't even gotten back yet.
I don't want
We
to
haven't
tear
even
the
gotten
microphone
on
like out of
topic.
the wall. There we go.
All right, listen. Thor saved the world multiple times.
Yeah.
He saved our world, and he saved his world.
All right.
And was there another world?
I'm sure there was.
Jesus saved the world. Is he a superhero?
In some people's opinion, yes, he is. Yes, he is. As you get the bird in the studio here. If
that a
just no, if he's a god, why can't he be a superhero?
No,
Why
'cause
can't a
feel
superhero?
I feel like the god status kind of outranks the superhero status. Like, if you just saved a burning orphanage, but you were a garbage collector, would people look at you as, oh, Eric the garbage collector, instead of, oh, Eric the kid who saved the orphanage? Think about that.
Thor is a superhero. I might have listened to like half of that sentence because I have no idea where you're going. So from here on out, Wildcat Wizards is canceled.
Oh. All right.
All right.
So
it's been good.
the finale, the 3-hour finale special begins now.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. This is Wildcat Wizards signing out. See you never.
Okay, hold on. We can't figure out a topic like 10 minutes beforehand, but you guys have already coordinated saying "see you never" at the same time.
Apparently.
You might practice that in the
I guarantee.
Yeah, we
it's
just sit
right.
there all day and we just stare at each other and we're like, well,
One.
see you next time. We do that, but we still can't get the intro right.
That and Eddie Murphy movies, and that's
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
Can't forget about those Eddie Murphy movies.
Okay, so video games.
Speaking of video games, we went to Comic-Con over the break.
Flawless segue numero uno.
Yeah. Let's see. We went to Comic-Con over the break.
Are
What
we
do you think
gonna-
about that?
Are we
There's a
gonna
bunch of celebrities there.
Are we gonna
which is
do a
really
Comic-Con episode? Because like I've been to conventions, I know you guys have. Do we want to do that as
Oh,
another
yeah.
episode? Talk about
wanna do
Comic-Con
that?
because it's in your minds, but we will do a con episode later for the 6 people that also go to cons that are members of the 10-person audience out there.
I don't know. Do they have Comic-Con in Italy?
Yo, there are Comic-Cons all over the world. Are you kidding me? Supernova in Australia, like, those huge.
Nerds are not American exclusive.
Look, we have the internet this time. I'll look it up.
We have the internet, not for
Do
long.
we? Do
Yeah.
we have the internet?
Milan,
because
Milan. There is a Milan, Italy Comic-Con.
a Mulan.
Milan.
I do like Milan. That was a good movie.
Milan's a great movie.
Szechuan sauce. Segue.
Oh, no, back to Rick and Morty, everybody.
All right. So video games. Why don't you start us off, Travis?
Was that because I said I haven't played like any new video games except for Golf with Your Friends this year?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Dude, Golf with Your Friends is a phenomenal game though. It's the only game that has actually made me like rage quit more than I've finished a game.
Yeah, it's my favorite puzzle.
It's not a puzzle game. Oh my gosh, we're
Alright, give me the mic.
6 no.
All right.
You guys need to start
No,
talking.
we are talking.
We are
We're talking about
Alright,
golf.
alright. If hopefully the mic hears me. Here's a debate.
I don't think I can hear
Bowling,
you.
best video game ever.
Wii Bowling.
Wii
best video
Bowling?
game
No
ever.
doubt,
Bowling
no
Simulator.
doubt in my mind.
Ooh.
Wii Bowling is the
Bowl
best video game
Simulator.
ever.
I bring up a counter argument.
Go on.
Wii baseball.
No.
Yes.
Baseball sucked.
No, it does
You guys
not.
just, stood there with no arm.
What about
and
tennis?
just bat.
Yeah,
Tennis.
it's like Rayman.
That's good.
Can we rank like hold on?
I'm
How
a
many
big fan of
Wii? How
Wii
many of the
tennis.
basic Wii sports are there? Can we do a definitive ranking of the Wii?
Bowling, tennis, baseball, boxing.
Oh, boxing's the best.
No, boxing.
Boxing is tough.
Nah.
That's pretty bad.
Okay, so it's
Yeah, golf.
it's tennis, baseball, bowling, golf, and boxing, as we
Well,
said.
hold on. Are we doing Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort?
No, just Wii Sports. I ain't
Okay,
about
what
that
is the
extra.
best Wii
Look,
game
I'm not
ever?
rich. I don't have Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah, the Wii Sports Resort costed like an extra $20 because I had a little
Right,
attachment
Wii
for, like,
Sports
food.
came with the Wii. It's the only reason anyone owned it.
That's true. Yeah.
Wii Sports Resort is for
Makes it
those.
so much better. It's free.
Yeah,
Exactly. Well.
Included
Yeah,
in the price,
included in the
but
price.
yeah,
Eric, do you want the mic?
I would love a mic, but playing live sucks right now.
yeah.
so-
We spent more time than this episode has lasted so far trying to get an extra mic that I brought work, but it's USB and we use like a soundboard that doesn't have a USB port for some reason. So,
So Ugandan movies, right?
Nope.
oh my
Sorry.
gosh. Okay, so we have the Wii Sports games. We have tennis, baseball, bowling, golf, and boxing. Can we all agree golf's the worst? Do we need to go any
Yes.
further?
It's not a good.
Golf's the worst. Vote, Eric. I'll count you in this. All agree golf's the worst.
All right, everybody,
Yeah.
raise their hands. Don't say who raises their hands though. It's a secret.
All right, so that's the majority for golf.
Not the majority.
It's
Did you raise your hand?
it's the two guys with the mic, so I think that counts.
Wow. I see how
Ooh.
it is.
We're
Hey,
gonna-
how you doing?
Look, we're getting canceled. I'm pulling out all the stuff.
Fancy rules on the name.
You just stole the mic from
All
him.
right, let's put that back.
All right, so golf's the worst. What do you two think the worst is?
I don't say boxing.
I don't know. I kind of like the boxing,
I like.
but maybe I don't know. I don't remember all of the Wii sports. I
Well,
don't
there's
remember all
five.
the
There's
Wii
golf,
sports.
boxing, tennis, baseball, and bowling.
Baseball. I didn't like baseball.
Okay, so we have 2 votes golf. So golf's 5th place.
I like the baseball one. The baseball one was fun.
four-
Alright.
Because
Yeah, so-
if you're playing two-player baseball, you can hit him with that curveball and just throw your friend. out
You're
of the
making a
water.
notepad about this. I love it.
What are we saying the worst one is?
Okay, golf is the worst one. I had 2 votes from myself and Brian.
And we have microphones, so we're more important.
Go ahead.
All right. Now, do we want to debate? Does anyone have another one they don't like? Like, I like boxing, but I know I might be the only one.
I like boxing.
I don't
Okay.
like the boxing.
You don't?
No, not really.
Why don't you like the
I don't like
boxing?
it either, really.
Well, I would say the next worst one.
Because it was pretty much just swinging your arms rapidly.
I'm gonna say tennis
That's the
is
best
the
part.
See, I think
but,
tennis
like,
is the worst
you
one
could do
next
that
to
in-
it.
You could do that with the baseball one, and then you'll hit the ball occasionally, but there's still like some coordination. The boxing one, you just throwing fist in the air.
No,
and
the
you're
boxing
hitting
there's some strategy to. Don't you have to use the buttons in the boxing one?
All right.
for like a combo
I'm
move.
doing a list, so I believe the fourth one, the fourth worst is baseball.
I agree with.
Or the
Okay.
so 5 is golf, 4 is baseball.
5 is golf, 4 is baseball. You heard it here
Boxing has
first.
to be 3,
I know. I say tennis is 3. I say
Tennis is that nice mid area.
yeah.
That's why it's 3.
Yeah.
So tennis is 3, boxing,
like
and
tennis.
so we're all agreeing that bowling is number 1. Like, there's no Okay.
Yeah, bowling is
so,
number 1.
So that was so easy, guys.
Only because you can throw it back into the crowd and they all jump.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's
the main reason.
Yep. So
You
bowl.
guys want to know my high score on Wii Bowling?
Yes.
Eric has his high score to Wii Bowling memorized.
My dad bowled at 300. I bowled 299.
Oof.
Did you just want to cry after that?
I did. I was like 10.
A
Will you ever
2.9
reclaim the
a
throne?
299 on Wii Bowling. That's depressing.
Eric, can we have an unofficial Wildcat Wizards event where we all go bowling?
Yes.
Can we have a Wii Bowling tournament?
That could be a JW Live
With
event.
you guys hosting.
Oh, yeah, because
Ooh.
us hosting an event, nothing bad would happen.
Ooh, that'd be fun. I would school all of you.
But now we're emceeing
Yeah.
an event.
Dude, it's the end of
You
hiatus
can't put
number
us
2.
down.
I'm telling you,
It's
Eric.
the mid-season premiere.
Eric, I'm telling you, right? Just air us 12 times
No,
a week.
shut up.
And
All right.
Talk about video games.
oh yeah.
All right, we're talking about Wii Sports.
Twitter
What about
poll- wait,
the-
hold on.
What about? Hold on. We're gonna go premium content now. Ready? Wii Sports Resort. The bowling, best bowling.
I've never played.
I've
Wii
never
Sports
played
Resort.
it. I'm not rich. I don't have that kind of money like for Wii Sports Resort.
Wii Sports Resort. You can bowl 100 pins at a time. It's
Who
good.
needs that?
Everybody who owns Wii Sports Resort.
How about this? What was the best Wii game, in your
Probably
opinion?
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
I would imagine.
In your opinion, you think that's your favorite?
Sure.
What about you? What about you over there sitting there smugly? You're gonna say something stupid. I see it.
No, there was like a mini game pack. It was like it was like an official Wii Nintendo thing, and it came with like a tank game, balloon shooting.
We
game.
play.
Yes, we play.
You're gonna say
I'm gonna say we play.
we play.
I have the most
Better than
hours.
Mario Kart.
We play.
We play or
is-
SimCity. Because you could
All right,
summon
all right.
Godzilla in SimCity.
I'm gonna.
JU Live Twitter poll.
Bowling.
Yes.
All right, good.
Oh my gosh, we got him
Alright.
on the Twitter poll. Yes. I'm gonna go vote on
All
that
right, we're
in a
only gonna
second.
be a few
but-
days late.
I'm gonna say I think mine has to be either the Smash game, Super Smash.
Oh yeah, that's a
the
good one.
Brawl. That's what it is.
I never
I
played.
almost said Melee. You never played Super Smash Brothers Brawl?
Not Brawl, no. Melee, yeah.
Brawl's amazing. Melee and 4 are like better like fighting games, but Brawl's a better like party game.
Ice
My friends are
Climbers
like
for the win.
really good Smash players.
You're
Ice
right.
Climbers for the win. High five. I agree with you.
Wait, are we all? Who do you think? Is
Well,
the best?
they're not my favorite, but they're up in my
I like
top
playing
tier.
Kirby.
Okay, so you're gonna get out of here.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's nice having you, Rob.
Like my sister when she was
special
6
guest.
liked playing Kirby. Like, come on. No, King DDD is the absolute monster in those games. All you do is just sit on people and then they die and you win. Literally how I've won like 8-person games of Smash.
I like King Deddede's spin move.
It's great.
I love the spin.
And
moves.
your final Smash move pisses people off so much. but-
I am a Smash Pro.
I will say either Smash or, in my opinion, another great game was Super Mario Galaxy. The second one I liked better.
Still never
But
played
Super
it.
Yeah,
Super
I've
Mario
never played
Galaxy
that.
was actually I think voted like the best game for the Wii. Hold on, I can
But
find
like
that.
the thing is like the Mario games because they have the Mario name always stay expensive. So like it could be out for like 4 years and it'll still be like $40.
Hold on,
The
let's
only
go.
time I've really played Wii was when I went over to my cousin's house. So
Oh, I had a Wii growing up, so hold on. I'm gonna consult
don't have
Metacritic
much
to see what the
Wii
best
experience.
Wii video games of all time are.
probably Just Dance is up there.
That's just what Google's coming up. It's also coming up with like a Yoshi game.
Eric, are you booking a studio, an audience?
Oh, is
for
Eric going
a
to
live
Monday Night
episode of
Raw?
Wildcat Wizards.
I wanted to go, and all my friends said I was an idiot for wanting to go.
Come
I
to
really
what?
want to go to Monday Night Raw. Right. Super Mario Galaxy, I was correct. Mario Galaxy is number 1, and it's tied as number 1 with Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Wait, so what is Eric going to? Let's announce it.
He's going to Monday Night
I'm
Raw.
not going. I'm just looking at.
He's looking at tickets.
Christ.
But you're looking at
Get off
tickets.
my back.
Hey, I want to go to Monday Night Raw. Eric, who's your favorite wrestler?
Right now? Or
Yes.
The Rock.
Give me right now
obviously.
and ever. I've just started watching wrestling, so like I might not know who these people are, but
You're gonna have to give me time.
Yeah, all right, I'll give you
Cena,
time.
The
All right,
American hero.
We'll give him some dead
we're gonna
air.
give him some time.
We'll give him some dead air. That way he has to
Okay.
rush. Ready? Set. Go.
I hate everything about this podcast. I will say, okay, so the top 10 Wii games from 10 to 1 are Rock Band 3,
I believe it.
Rayman Originals,
Never
the
played it.
Xenoblade Chronicles,
Never played it.
Rock Band 2,
Never played it.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword,
Never played it.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl,
Never
I
played
do
it.
like to smash.
World of Goo,
Never heard of it.
Oh, Oh, that's an
That's the
indie
one
game.
he's played.
No, because that's an indie game. I played it on my phone.
It's
Why are you
it is a
playing
94 on
games?
the 94 on Metacritic.
It's really good.
Number 3, Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess.
Never played it.
And then the top 2 are the Super Mario Galaxies.
Never played them.
Where is?
Oh, that's something we do. We look at the top 10s of each console.
Yeah. I'm sure I know some of them. Okay, let me ask this question. I think that's enough of Wii talk because I'm pretty sure like if we're gonna go for a while, we have a lot of topics and like 6 minutes on the Wii, considering one of us has like never
Xbox,
played it.
PlayStation.
Are you
PC.
guys Xbox or PlayStation people or PC people? Like I don't really know. We've never talked about this.
I have an Xbox. I have all 3.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh. What about you?
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks for spacing out there.
No problem. It's really hot in here.
Thank you.
So take off all your clothes.
What is it? No, I have an Xbox One and a pretty good PC. Thanks, Mom. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to our parents for buying me a good PC.
I need him for those engineering projects.
I love that.
Well, no, I do because it's like when I actually have to work, it works really well for that. And then when I don't have to work,
It works real well for
it
that.
works real well for that too.
I'll say I own Nintendo mainly. Most of them have a GameCube and a Wii, but I also had an Xbox 360 for a while, and now I play mainly. Well, I mean, really the only games I play are like online games now, like MOBAs, like League of Legends, like my whole spare time. But I do have a 360, and I know League's probably my most hours in a game, but I've played a lot of 360 games. So let me ask you this: are you guys first-person shooter players?
I am.
Somewhat.
Halo or Call of Duty?
Call of Duty.
Battlefield.
Halo. Okay, so we have this debate. So, because I'm a die-hard Halo fan. I haven't played all the games just because I never owned them all, but I've played 3, Reach, and 4.
I like the stories.
Yeah, and Halo Reach is my favorite game of all time. That and Borderlands 2 are tied, but Halo Reach is like my all-time favorite game.
So the funny thing is, I never had like Halo, any of them like main Halos.
Yeah.
But I had Halo Reach ODST, and that was it.
Wait, did you have Reach or ODST? They're not the same game. There's Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach.
I think it was Halo 3 ODST,
Yes.
but it wasn't Halo 3. It was just like an
No,
expansion.
that's ODST. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a separate game. It's not like an
Yeah.
expansion, but it's
But it
not-
acted like an expansion.
Right, exactly. It was made, that and Reach were made at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Reach was a phenomenal game.
it's again, it's my favorite. I probably couldn't tell you the hours I have in Reach. I can tell you what my most used weapon in Halo Reach was, which is fun fact: the plasma grenades, because I'm that kind of person. I had over like 10,000 registered kills with plasma grenades.
All right, so I lied. I just remembered that I do have Halo 4.
Halo 4 was
Halo
people
4 was
hated
pretty
on Halo 4. I liked the story and the custom forge mode of Reach better. I like the multiplayer of 4
I never
way better.
I never played any of the stories. I just know that like my most or like my second most deadliest weapon was a vehicle.
Yup.
Yeah. I got there's an achievement that you get in the game called like splatter,
Oh yeah.
and it's like you can go like am I thinking of the right game where you can go like the normal and then you get like expert splatter or whatever?
Yeah, well you
Is
get
that
the
the right one?
proficiencies for how
Yeah.
many. Hold on.
I reached the top one in like 3 weeks of getting it, and yeah,
It's a multiplayer.
then I got my license.
It's a multiplayer commendation in Halo 4. A point is earned every time the player splatters an enemy player in a vehicle in war games. You get a master with 75 vehicle kills.
Oh, yeah, I got that really quick, and then
I believe it's 75. Let me double check. It says here, I think 75. I might be reading it wrong. Maybe it's just... No, yeah, I think that's it. I think it's... Because novice, you just need 5 to get, and then 10 for proficient, 25 for adept, 50 for expert, 75 for master.
I just know that like my most deadliest weapon was like a warthog and just smashing over people, just slamming into them.
Nice.
I got kicked from a lot of games because you can't really tell who's who, and then you kind of run over a lot of teammates. But it's worth it.
I had a friend who, like, he got, like, kill sprees with the Mongoose, which is, like, the ATV. Like, I don't know what it was, but that was, like, his weapon of choice was a Mongoose. It was really weird. And he was strangely proficient with it. Like, to a point where you shouldn't be proficient with an ATV.
He must have put a lot of hours into it, and that segues So the next topic, what's your game with the most amount of hours?
Oh, see, mine's League of Legends, and it's not even close.
Take a wild guess on how many hours you have.
I think there's a way you can look it up. I know you can look up how much money you've spent in League of Legends. Let me see if I can find a way to look it up.
All right, Rob, what about you? While he's looking it up.
For me, the most hours I've sunk into a game, maybe
there is a
Saints
website.
Row, the Saints Row trilogy.
Okay, because I've played Saints Row
That's
4,
Saints
and that's I've never played any of the Saints Row. I've played 4, and that's definitely in my top 5 games. I freaking loved Saints Row 4.
I've sunk a lot of time into Saints Row. Oh, probably too much.
How much is too much?
I don't know. I went through and unlocked everything. You know how you had to collect little
Yeah.
hidden things? I went through and did that when it wasn't necessary at all. I just did it because I really liked Saints Row.
Let's see. So ready? You'll never guess. Well, Rob might guess because I think I told him. Eric, you'll never guess what my most played game ever is, or that I technically had the most hours in.
Well, I have a question to that.
Eric says that he has a question.
Is it like a franchise of a game or one single game?
A single game.
Is it? Oh, I don't want to give it away. I don't know. Give me a hint.
It's not a first-person shooter, and it's not a very popular game.
Doom.
No, it's not Doom.
Good.
Eric says good.
For historical reasons.
He's dead, Eric, because Eric doesn't have a
Ryan
mic.
plays a lot of indie games. Or not.
I'm never gonna guess.
Not very.
No, it's not an indie game. It's
Mm.
made by EA.
Made by EA?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Or it's made by a company who owned by EA, or a former company
Is it
owned
like
by EA who's now
FIFA?
bankrupt. No, it's not FIFA.
is it a sports game?
No,
Oh.
you're never gonna guess it. It's SimCity 5.
You're right. I don't think I would have guessed Sim City 5.
It's I I have a lot of hours in that game, and I also have a lot of hours because what I would do is I would stay up until like 10, and I get my city all set, and then I put my laptop down and then go to sleep and then wake up with it still running and go from it from there. So it'd rack up hours, and then at the end when it says over 2,000 hours, I know why. It's a good game. Also, the people who made it are now out of business, so there's no more.
The answer I have for your question is the most hours I put on any game. I'll give me the mic while you're not.
Yeah, I'm going to try and calculate my hours because it said hours playing like ranked League of Legends, which there's 4 days, and I can tell you I like in comparison barely play ranked. I'm estimating it's close to 5 months of my life. That's my estimate before doing the math. I've also played it for 4 years and played it with friends for 4 years. So, give me that credit.
So I personally think, well, I think I know, the game I have the most hours on is Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
Wait, Guitar Hero Rock Band?
Guitar Hero and Rock Band combined because I've played. Why I can't get a high five now?
Oh, you can. I heard Guitar Hero and I was like,
Well, I started off with Guitar Hero 1,
Okay.
got 2, 3, Aerosmith, all yeah.
I'm not good at those games.
Rock Band. Oh, what you can't stay awake for my little segment here? No, but all right. Other than Guitar Hero,
Oh, you know me.
I would probably have to say, I mean, all the Madden games, 2K, NBA, the first-person shooting game. If you want to think about that, would probably be MW3
Ooh, yep.
That was a good game.
or Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 I had like 15 days played.
Modern Warfare 3 is one of my favorite Call of Duties.
Definitely.
It's the one I sunk like
Definitely.
most of the time into.
Yeah, I got to Prestige 10 and then stopped because that was originally what it was, and then they made it 20 prestiges
Nice.
and 80 levels.
So I just did a low estimate calculation of my my league hours, all right?
Getting the maths up in here.
Assuming that and let me pull up the history just to get the numbers right. Yeah. So assuming that I play 3 games 3 nights a week, which is a low estimation because usually I'll play like 4, like 5 nights a week now, but there have been weeks where I haven't played when I'm home. I have really bad internet. So 3 at 3 is pretty good. I love the glass
Oh, thank
switch. I just turned around. They've switched glasses. Rob is fine.
Rob looks like a hipster.
Rob is the scarf and like the thick glasses.
People up in your white van.
Yeah, Brian looks like a pedophile right now.
I don't have a white van. I have a PT Cruiser. Thank you very much.
So it.
Let's go.
You're a PT Cruiser? You have one? Yeah. PT Cruiser fan club in here.
Oh my god.
What color?
Cream white.
Oh yeah.
Limited edition 2006.
Are we really bonding over
Oh,
freaking
yes.
PT
We're gonna
Cruiser?
have to have a PT Cruiser show.
We are, yeah.
Wow.
The
I-
nerd.
I have-
What are the
I-
chances of that?
I just have a black one, but I love how they treated it like it was a sports car, and they made like all different variations on it. So there are ones with like wooden panels, there are
Yeah,
convertible
yeah,
ones, there are ones that the
I have
top
the
just
sun-
pops
I have
off.
the sunroof. Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah. Mine's beautiful. Oh, I love it. It's a great car.
So-
It runs.
It sucks that they stopped making it. But
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
it's a cheap car, but it runs and it works good,
Oh yeah.
and it's kind of funny to joke about.
Yeah. Look, this is my friend laying on it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a PT Cruiser, all right.
Yeah, we'll put that on the Facebook page. No, we won't. All right, so
We
back
won't have a Facebook page.
back to my intense calculations. So at 3 games a night, 3 nights a week, 50 weeks of the year, for 4 years, at an average game length of 45 minutes. And again, this is low end, 1,350 hours, which computes to 56 and a quarter days. That is definitely like half. I'm gonna like a generous estimate's probably like near double that. But
Alright, so basically,
I'll say-
I have as many hours in SimCity as you do in League.
yeah, I believe that. But like you probably have like your SimCity playing is probably way calmer than my League of Legends playing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I have broken things over League of Legends. If you've never played it, it's known as the game that has like the saltiest fan base. Like you can literally go on there, suck at the game, call people horrible things, and like that's how you fit in. And I usually don't. Usually I just mute all my microphones and I play it with my friends and we screw around.
Hold on, all my microphones?
You can mute other people's like text
Oh, okay.
chat
I
microphones.
thought that you were gonna
Sorry.
say like you just play with like a surround sound of microphones and then just
there,
scream
there
into
is
them.
there is no voice chat in League of Legends for that reason. Like they refuse to put in a voice chat because they're like it's that toxic. Like chat logs, because there's a whole community like tribunal. Like you can go and like look at other people who've been reported and like weigh in on it, and you can report people and they look at the chat logs. So I see that Rolling Stone magazine is more interesting than my League of Legends rant.
No, I just had to move it. That way Eric would yell at me for making a mess of the studio again.
Oh, okay, cool. So
And we're canceled. All right.
Do you want an update on the poll?
an
Yeah,
update on the poll.
we want
Yes.
an update.
Yes.
We got 3 votes.
Wow.
They better all say.
2 for bowling, 1 for baseball, golf.
Told you baseball.
Wait, baseball and
Yeah,
you put baseball and golf
He's
together.
going 4.
I'm gonna
And
go.
My favorite superstar right now is Braun Strowman.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
My second favorite would be Shinsuke Nakamura. All time, you're gonna have to give me more time.
Okay, I would say mine currently, and again, I
John
like
Cena
just
and
gotten
The
into it.
Rock,
but,
obviously.
Like so far, like Dean Ambrose.
Ambrose
Dean
is
Ambrose is good,
Seth
and
Rollins is good too.
Seth Rollins. I like the Shield. I like, and I wish I like Shane McMahon more than I do Kurt Angle. So I wish they were on SmackDown and not Raw, because seeing them go against him really annoys me. Because I love Shane McMahon too. Shane McMahon's up there. They're reading while we're having this discussion.
Well,
Hold on,
we'll have a
Brian's
show one
reading.
day, maybe.
Right, maybe.
Yeah.
I play. Here's a nerd segue to that. I play Dungeons and Dragons a lot, and every time my character would die and get revived, I would blare "Here Comes the Money." Every time I walked into a room, I would blare it like through the microphones, because it's a great like "What's up, everybody." It's a great theme song. It's like the best wrestling theme song.
Did you know that Madonna's back? I'm just reading Rolling Stone right now.
Okay, we're gonna have to write down a wrestling show soon, because
Yeah,
that's
we'll do that.
we'll do that.
All right, we'll just sit here and just read.
Oh, you guys aren't invited.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well,
When this gets canceled and I have all the free time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. When you
What's wrong
have.
with your video games?
Oh wait.
Have we started with the video?
What is? Hold on. What is your preferred mode of like playing games?
Console or PC or what?
Yeah, like Xbox, PS4,
Oh.
PC.
PS4 guy.
What's your favorite?
I played a lot of years on Xbox, but I like controllers. Like I used to have an Xbox controller that plugged into my computer. Like in that sense, in the sense of like gameplay, an Xbox controller. But in terms of like the portability, because I can take my laptop anywhere and play League, or like I can go to like I used to in high school. I would go to my mom worked, so I would sit at the McDonald's near my high school and play League. Like I could bring my laptop with me. I can just bring an Xbox and plug
Well, yeah,
it
but
into
you
the
can bring.
McDonald's.
You can hook up an Xbox One controller to your.
Well, no, I would hook up.
to your PC.
Yeah, and sometimes I would do that. Now with League specifically as a game, you have to like buy something to rework it or whatever
Yeah.
with a controller. But I would play Steam games with my Xbox controller in public places. I would play Castle Crashers.
Cuphead, though.
Cuphead, though. I feel like we should talk about Cuphead, because considering it's, like,
Ryan's
still
a big Cuphead kind of
a
guy.
super hype game. You guys played Cuphead, didn't you? I've not played it, but you guys have played it, haven't
I
you?
own it, and we played it together a little bit, and then for the most part, it's just me sitting at my desk getting angry at Cuphead for dying again.
It's a frustrating game, isn't it?
It's all
ju-
bosses.
yeah.
It's nothing but boss fights.
Which is kind of cool, but it's a little bit frustrating. It's- Huh?
Go ahead.
No.
I was gonna say that my favorite console is Xbox.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big
I-
Xbox guy.
All right, good talk.
Thanks, Brian.
I like Xbox.
Brian, why don't you tell me your preferred console?
Yeah, go for it, Brian. If you just say something
Right
that
now.
You know what?
Is it?
he's gonna say
Yeah.
something weird. Commodore 64,
What is
here
it?
it comes.
No, okay, it's
Tell
not
me.
Commodore 64, right? There's a plug and play
GameCube?
of a SpongeBob
Plug it,
plug and
yes,
play.
SpongeBob plug
and
and
it's
play.
his nose is
Is
the
the
joystick.
I will
Yeah.
high five you. That was my childhood right there.
It's the best game system I ever owned.
Yeah, those TV plug and plays were lit though. Like, let's talk about that. People make fun of those all the time. No, those were great. 5 games for like $15.
Well, now you look back on them, and they're just like really easy flash games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're flash games you could like easily plug into your TV.
No, what I love now is like all the all like the copyright infringing stuff that's coming in from overseas.
Oh, like the really bad bootleg stuff?
Yeah, like
Oh,
the
I
really bad
love
bootleg
it.
stuff that are like 5,001, and it's just like ripped off Mario games and like.
Talking about old style games, what's your favorite like old school game? Like mine is like Digger Dug or something like that.
Oh, Dig Dug?
Dig Dug.
Dig
there you
Dug's
go.
great. Like an arcade. Are you talking
Dig or
about like,
Dug?
I was
Ar-
close.
are we talking about like
Dig or Dug?
Are we talking
That's
about
the
like
question.
arcade games or just like older games? Like
Older games.
I have 2 for this. Arcade game in like that era, I'll say Asteroids, which you've ever played. I have a funny story about that. Went to an arcade. My sister was out in Portland, Oregon, so like hipster city, so there's arcades everywhere. What are you hitting the table for?
Yeah.
It was popping out. I was popping back
You're
in.
breaking the studio. We just got
The
back.
studio's
He's gonna
already broken.
He's gonna cancel us again.
We're gonna get sued for breaking the studio and get canceled. A 1-2 punch. But we went to an arcade in Portland, Oregon, where there's tons of arcades. And my mom apparently used to play Asteroids a lot growing up. And she was like, all right, let me play this for the first time. Her first game of Asteroids in like 3 decades, she got the 3rd highest score in the machine.
That's impressive.
Speaking of arcades, I was really disappointed when I first moved here, and I saw the sign that said the arcade. I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. There's one right down the road. It turns out it's just like a really old shopping mall, and they used to call them arcades.
that's like the oldest mall in America.
Yeah, it's the oldest mall in America, and it's like on one
I've
hand I
never
was
been
like,
in
oh,
there.
that's pretty cool to have
They
right
also
there.
have micro apartments. there.
But on the other hand, I was like, wow, I thought it was an actual arcade. I'm really sad now.
When I was in Charlotte, there was a place like that called like it wasn't the Charlotte Arcade. It was something like Plaza Arcade. I can't remember what it is, and I don't feel like looking it up because I'm sure there's several. But that was like I looked it up and was like, oh, the arcade, and then I went and it was all like bars and like shoe shining stands and a post office, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's depressing.
Yeah, no, there's like the what is it, like the Extra Life or the what's it called, like Double Play or something, the bar like a block away from the engineering building. That's like
Coliseum.
Oh.
no, it's
Ex-
it's on top of Coliseum.
I know what I'm looking this up because
Yeah,
it's
it's
bothering
like-
me. You see the sign
Yeah.
like all over
Free
J.
Play or something,
Yeah, free play. I think it is. Hold on.
something like that. But it's like it's an arcade themed bar.
That's pretty cool.
Yep, it's free play.
Yeah, Free Play. Free Play the
What was
Free-
that last one?
Free Play bar.
Free play bar
and
arcade. Yep. Can you go in if you're under 21?
That's
No,
what I don't
21
know.
plus guests only.
All right, guess there's no arcade in Providence for us then.
Hey, there'll be one for me in like 8 months. So let's go.
All right, we'll see you there.
You'll
in-
go. We'll stand outside.
Right.
We'll see you there in
I'll-
3 years.
I'll only be there for 3 months, and then I won't get to see it again. So.
Exactly. What else? No, there's like no actual arcades that I know of in Providence. Like the Free Play bar and arcade is the only one that I know of.
There's
But-
Dave and Buster's.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
Dave-
but
Dave and Buster's is expensive though. We went there
That's
for a
true.
project for one of my classes to like look into like their HR and their like the internal structure, and just getting an appetizer was like $12. And like it was like a 1-person appetizer that we split between like
yeah,
3
but like
people.
food at any of those places is really expensive. Like if you go
Right, right,
bowling
right.
and you get like
Oh, yeah.
6 wings, it's
It's like
one of my
$15.
friends would know. It's like $16 for 6 wings.
Well, the reason that is, and this is from somebody who's studying this as a career, the reason they do that in like stadiums, the same thing, is because they can. They know
Yeah.
like you can't leave to just go get food, so they're gonna upsell it and upcharge you. So it's like when I worked at, I work at a theater now, and the theater's all right. I love my job, but people always complain that especially our alcohol, it's like $7 for a beer, $10 for wine.
Yeah.
People always complain it's too expensive, and I'm like, it kind of is. I mean, for alcohol, knowing what alcohol usually goes for, it's actually not that bad, but people always are like, giving us crap about it.
So,
I don't think it's that bad.
So when we go bowling, the loser has to buy somebody something. So it usually comes out to like, spending $20 on like a pitcher of soda,
Right.
or something like that. And tying it back to like the arcade things, the CW Bowl at the Lincoln Mall, in Lincoln.
Wow, who would have guessed?
I know, right? It's got like a little arcade thing, which is pretty cool. It's pretty basic, but they have like skee ball and like all those claw machines and all that.
Wait, recently, my dad and we went to the Foxwoods arcade because we were just walking around. No, not the Foxwoods. The Mohegan Sun arcade, my bad. And the place has changed, right? Arcade games used to be like all about like having fun, but now they're all about like getting tickets.
You're at a
just
casino.
sad.
Well, yeah, you're at a casino first of all.
Yeah, but when I went there as a little kid, it was all just like cool, fun games.
Yeah.
And now it's just like
Tickets.
get your tickets. And I'm like, I just want to play a game with my dad.
There's a laser tag place about 30 minutes from my house. I live on a farm, so everything's like 30 minutes from my house for reference. But we used to go all the time, and it was like you would play, but they'd give you like 4 games, but your game wouldn't be back to back to back to back. It would, because they're only like 10 minutes long.
Yep.
So you'd go, and then like every they'd call you up every like 20 minutes or so. So in between, they had all these games, and that's what we would do. We'd play them, but it was all things like just get tickets. So we just played DDR a lot.
I don't know. I kind of grew up with the Chuck E. Cheese style arcades, where it was just get tickets, have fun kind of thing. Which I kind of like it because it's a nice little like challenge reward system, and it ends up being like, okay, what can I hit the jackpot on, that I actually like to play the most? Because like I remember I was really good at skee ball, but skee ball would give out like 50 tickets maximum. But skee ball would bring out like 50 tickets maximum, so it just wasn't worth it. But I still played it to have fun, so it's like.
Now, a few of the ticket games are fun, but I do enjoy like just having games that you can play that has nothing to do with tickets. It's just there for fun.
It's not that it's like not fun. It's just that like you have an incentive. You have more of an incentive to win. So I think it takes some of the fun away, because if you lose, you're like, oh no, I can't do this for anything. Whereas if you were to win, hypothetically, you actually get like material goods out of it. So.
I got you.
Well, that was a great discussion, gentlemen.
That was. We're looking at Eric now, who
Only
just woke up from his nap.
Only an hour 20 to go.
Yeah.
Well, you guys should have coordinated this a little better.
How do you
Tonight
think?
is the Star Wars.
Oh.
The Star
I don't know.
Wars?
I'm seeing that like twice over the break, so I'm not like my family's already going to see it, and my friends want to go to see it, but I'm probably not going to go with my friends to see it.
Spoiler alert: Darth Vader's his father.
Oh, I'm killing Brian. This is the last episode.
Well, I mean, like, it's coming out tomorrow, so you guys should have did like a Star Wars or a movie show.
We can do a Star
What do
Wars
you mean,
one
like
next week.
tomorrow, like Monday or?
But
Friday.
we might have.
No, well, like we're recording Thursday, so it comes out tomorrow.
We'll wait
Yeah.
till after the break to do it, since we've all seen the new one now. And like, I'm gonna go back every year. We always binge
You
all
haven't
the.
seen Rogue One?
I haven't seen Rogue One.
Okay, so that's your homework. My
on
homework,
Netflix.
me and all my family.
No, watch that like tonight. Like,
It's
Yeah.
it actually is my favorite of all of them.
Yeah.
But my family, we've planned it. My sister owns the prequels. She's bringing them home. We own 4, 5, and 6 on VCR. Rogue One's on Netflix.
Do
So we're
you
gonna
want the
binge
prequels,
all
though?
7 movies and then go right to see 8 in the theaters. And this is my my twin sister is like the newly indoctored nerd of the group. Like, she's never been into this like nerd culture, despite a lot of our family being into it. And we've just gotten her into Star Wars like a year ago, and she loves it. So I'm really excited about this. We're gonna literally watch like 8 Star Wars movies in a row. I'm super excited. Unfortunately, so there's only 2 movies I know I'm going to see. I want to see Disaster Artist, and this isn't video games, so we're gonna talk about it anyway. What's up, Eric?
I was looking at that dude there. You should probably not have that there. What's the point? Do you even know him?
No, I
It
don't.
was the, I think throw
I
us
was
off.
reading that page.
He has
The
the
Good
Rolling
Soldier.
Stone magazine, and
That was my
there's a
bookmark.
guy on a page, and he has like
Yeah, I can read
sitting
about
up
Madonna
staring.
again.
All right,
We'll
hold
put
on.
Madonna right there.
We'll save the Madonna content for
It's
and
on
we're out of
newsstand
ideas. But
Brian,
Oh,
I have to
geez.
see two-
Oh, jeez.
I wish you just deleted it.
I have to go see 2 movies over the break. I have to go see Star Wars, and my one friend is forcing us because we've seen the first 2 together, so we have to go see Pitch Perfect 3 together and finish the trilogy. And
yeah.
you're shaking your head, but those movies are hysterical, and you know it. Have you ever seen them?
Well, no, I'm thinking of Justice League. I'd still love to see that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna see it, but then I've heard it's.
I wanted to go see Thor. I want to go see Justice League.
Thor is good.
I still have to see
I
Thor.
saw Thor over Thanksgiving break.
A superhero movie for the ages.
It's pretty simple. That superhero, man, he's a great.
Yeah, he's a
superhero.
great superhero.
Isn't it kind of weird though that like a Thor movie came out right before they announced like
Infinity Wars.
yeah Infinity Wars?
No, I don't think. I think that was on purpose.
Why is that weird? That's how it should be.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think,
no.
because
Because that like it seems like really sudden.
because I've had. I
Because
won't,
of you, usually when I think of like a movie promotion, like they promote that movie until, until a few weeks
Until
go
it's,
by,
like,
not
done.
not instantly
Doesn't
just
need it.
oh
Thor-
here.
That movie did not need that much.
Marvel does not need to promote their own movies. They just say it's a Marvel movie, and like a million people go to see it.
Also, since it's Infinity War and it's like the
The
build up,
final, yeah.
I'm.
Did you guys see the trailer?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen the
it's
trailer.
what it's like. The #1 video.
It's like
on,
the
like,
number one most
YouTube right
viewed
now.
video on YouTube, like already surpassing like all the
I
other
like the
ones.
last second of it when he's like, "Who you guys?" and it was Guardians.
The Guardians.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
That looked pretty. Yeah, I can't wait for that movie to come out. Like that's gonna be really good. What is it?
Oh, talking about Marvel. Sorry to cut you
Wow.
off there.
Wow. All right.
But you
I
cut
was
me off
gonna
all the
say
time.
Planet Hulk, but all right.
No, talking about Marvel. They just bought Fox.
No, Disney just bought Fox.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, same thing. Really.
I'm pretty sure.
You cut me off to
I'm
tell
pretty-
some incorrect facts. Cancel the show, Eric.
Disney owns Marvel.
I have the fact-checking laptop behind me.
So now they can use X-Men.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about
There's
that.
a great Photoshop picture of Mickey Mouse wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. It's pretty great.
Eric, why is the donation box just unlocked with the keys in it?
Is there money in there?
Yes.
No donations. Disney reaches deal to acquire assets of Fox News parent company 21st Century Fox.
It's 21st Century Fox, yeah. Okay.
52.4 million.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in there really.
It's,
It's
Marvel's
just like
easily
paper.
going to make that money back.
But have you guys ever played like Marvel video games? The great segue. Like
I played Ultimate Alliance way back when.
I mean, technically, like now Deadpool is Marvel.
yes,
So,
Deadpool.
yes. And it wasn't that good. It was pretty bad.
Oh, the Deadpool video game?
Yeah.
It wasn't that much.
It was pretty much just run over here. Somebody says something, run back. Somebody says something, run back. Somebody says something, and then congrats, you beat the level. You go to the next one.
That's how the old Spider-Man games were for like the Wii.
Oh, yeah.
They're not fun because it's like you run through the same areas and you're like, oh, I remember this part. I gotta fight the same guy again. It's like, wow, this was really fun the first 4 times. Can't wait to hear some witty talk from Deadpool again.
Oh, give me the mic. I gotta say something.
Oh, Eric's
Oh,
got it.
Eric needs to say something.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have heard of this guy, but since this is
No,
the
I haven't.
video games, you probably haven't. There's a guy on YouTube who's been around over 10 years. He's called an angry Nintendo nerd.
Nintendo.
No.
Nintendo nerd.
haven't
No,
heard
angry video game nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys seen his videos?
I've seen a few.
The best one's probably the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one. He just makes fun of like all of it. Have you guys have seen it, right?
No, I haven't.
All right, when you go home, so watch Rogue One,
All right.
and then go on YouTube and watch Angry Nintendo Nerd, and I'll probably send you a few on email or something like that. It like he yells, he throws stuff, he curses the whole time, he drinks beer. He's like the funniest dude. He just came out with a video 5 days ago too. He looks so old now, but
Oof.
that's all I wanted to say. Do you have anything to say? I'll just hold the mic.
Yeah. Just don't give Travis a mic.
So Deadpool video game, is it good? What console did you play it for?
Xbox.
Xbox.
One?
360.
Oh, 360.
It was not good.
Yeah, it came out a while ago.
It was like 2007. It was really.
Didn't they just come out with a new one though?
2007? I don't think so.
Yeah, no, it was like way before the movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Travis, look it up quick.
Huh?
Stop. Get off Discord.
I'm asking
Wait.
my friend what his favorite video game of all time is.
You don't have a microphone.
I'm yelling. Eric hasn't had a microphone this whole time.
All right.
It's good enough.
Look at when the Deadpool video game came out. I'm pretty sure it's like
I thought there was.
Place bets before
I'm gonna say 2009.
It's like
2009? I don't
2016.
think so.
There was definitely a new video game that came out for Deadpool.
Yeah, but like the one that I'm thinking of, it's an
I would
old
say
one.
before the
2013?
2013.
All right, I'll take 2013.
So they came out with
From
a video game way before.
2009.
It really sucks.
That's a
It-
big jump.
It makes you think that it's from 2009. Right? There's got to be more than one though.
When did the
Who
movie
did the
come out?
voice, like of Deadpool?
I don't think it is.
Hold on. When did the movie come out? Deadpool.
2016.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It was. The game itself is like just really bad. Because it's like, oh, you gotta go save these people from like an orphanage, and then
Oh, that looks
you go
familiar.
and run around, and it's like, wow,
Nolan North
Deadpool's
did it?
cracking
What?
jokes.
So Nolan North did the voice of Deadpool. Nolan North is like one of the greatest video game voice actors. He does.
Norm of the North. I love that movie.
He does. He does like all the Nathan Drake. He does Nathan Drake and all the Uncharted games. His IMDb is all actually like TV stuff, so it's not what I want it to be. He's in Middle Earth: Shadow of
Rick and
War.
Morty.
He's in Rick and Morty. He's in Guild Wars 2, XCOM 2, Destiny 2.
Nice.
So he does a lot of video game voices. So I'm not surprised at all. He is the one that does Deadpool. It's fun.
I like how in Saints Row 4, Nolan North is a voice option. It's just like voice 1, voice 2, Nolan North, voice 3.
I played Saints Row, the second one, number 2. I played that a lot, and then the third was the purple one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that game. Wasn't that good. Saints Row has always been like a crappy version of GTA. That's basically all it is,
Pretty
right?
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You know what? You know what my favorite game is that has like guest voice actors and all that. Payday 2.
Ooh, I
Who?
do like Payday 2.
oh, Payday.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Robin Banks.
Yeah, but is that like? I've always had a question about that. Oh
Why
God.
is Robert-
Wait,
Yeah.
before that. Wait.
What best we sport?
Oh my God. I didn't know it was Calvin on that thing.
Is it Calvin?
No.
Oh, okay.
What? What do you do in Payday? Like you just rob banks and like how do you like level
So
up
it's-
for something or?
So it's pretty much like you, let's say that
It's more like a team game, right?
Mhm.
So there's 4 people, and then you 4 can go rob a bank or rob other stuff. But basically, like, how you rob it is up to you. So you can go all stealthy and, like, try to sneak in. But, or
Like-
you can, like, go
Well, this
loud.
just sounds like Rainbow Six.
I never played Rainbow Six,
Rainbow
mean,
Six is great, but it's hard.
but
Okay.
Payday 2 is also free on Steam for like a solid 2 months, and now it's like $15.
You also, like, you kind of, like, level up. You get points that you can
Mhm.
use to buy gear. So you buy different weapons, but you also buy, like, skills that you can do. So, like, I don't know. If you're, like, the medic of the team,
Oh, I see what you're okay. I see what you mean.
yeah, so like each person can do like a different job
Mm-hmm.
to help like make the bank robbery go.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really into this game.
Yeah,
It sounds
yeah,
like it.
Rob- the second that like I showed Rob that I had it, he's like, "All right, I see it's on sale. I'm gonna buy it." And then for the next 2.5 weeks, he just sat there and he's like, "You want to do a Payday 2 heist?"
I'm really into Robin Banks.
Speaking of heists, GTA 5 or GTA 5,
Five.
they just came out with their new heist. I don't know if you
Did
guys
it
see
come out
it.
already?
It came out, yeah. I got an
Oh.
update on PS4.
Is it on all the consoles?
Probably not 360 and
Well, yeah.
PS3, but definitely on PS4. I know that.
All right, I guess
The
I know what
new
I'm doing when I get
generation.
back then.
Well,
Well, other than watching 7 movies,
yeah, and
a few videos.
yeah, YouTube. What's it called? Did you have to beat the heist before that to beat the new heist?
no, it's
No?
just random. Like you could pick and choose.
Oh.
You could. The way it is like there's a bunch of different jobs,
Mhm.
but it all depends on the difficulty.
Yeah,
they all
yeah,
just
yeah.
have different difficulties.
Yeah, that's true.
The higher the difficulty,
I haven't been on
the
GTA
more
in
the payday.
months. Oh God.
Wait, are
That
we
game's-
talking about GTA or Payday?
Payday.
Oh, I'm talking about GTA.
Oh,
Yeah, like do you?
Yeah, Payday 2 doesn't really have a story. It's just kind of you go and you shoot some guys and then you level up. And that's
But
pretty
like
much
in
it.
GTA, like, do you have to beat the old heist to get to the new heist?
I think so. Yes.
I think you do, right?
No, I think it's just like you know how you get heist by like talking to characters and whatnot.
Oh, okay, that could be it too.
Also, your post is really crooked.
I know for the story.
At least it's still up, unlike this one.
For the story, you have to like beat the old heist. But
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
expansion packs, you probably don't.
I don't even know. I haven't been on that game in months. Not even worrying about
That's
it.
true.
There's really nothing else to do on that game.
I love all
Only
those.
Rainbow Six Story.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I've only played Rainbow Six
See how it
one
is.
time. It was at a friend's house. This was like also like a year ago, not even. But I'd always wanted to play it. I'd never even heard of it until I got to like college. But so in Rainbow Six, there's the shotgun, like the shotguns, and I got flamed by my friend because I was just using the shotguns as like sniper rifles because I was just taking people out from long distances. So essentially, I was completing. We beat half the game with me only using shotguns and me taking people out from all distances. So fun Rainbow Six fact: just use the shotgun all the time. Why are you standing up? This is bothering me. But I look so two things. One, I asked my very good friend and my best friend in terms of video games. We have very similar interests. His Wii Sports opinions. He said boxing, and then a bunch of words I can't say on air. And he's ranking them. He said boxing at the top, golf is last, bowling is 2, tennis is 3, baseball is tied for 3rd or possibly 4th, depending on whether or not your opponent we constantly. I can't say the rest of that. I told him that we had a Twitter poll up. I already said that. The other thing I was going to say is, so we did best Wii games. I looked up the same thing on Metacritic for Xbox 360.
Yep.
Because I feel like that's where we're going with like Grand Theft Auto and Saints Row and all that. Grand Theft Auto 4, 1 point higher than Grand Theft Auto 5 for the number 1 and 2 spots. Number 3, personal favorite of mine that I forgot to mention, BioShock.
BioShock, I'm a big fan. It's one of my favorite games.
It's great.
I played it. I couldn't really get into it.
The Orange Box is number 4 because of Portal. I'm gonna be honest. Portal is
TF2, you mean?
no because of Portal.
Honestly, TF2.
Portal is so better than TF2. Don't even at me. Mass Effect 2, Skyrim. All right, I'm gonna be the first to say it. I don't like Skyrim. I played it. I get like hated for not liking
I like
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
I don't like Skyrim, and I could never. I want to try it again, but I could never get into a Legend of Zelda
You know what?
game.
I respect your opinion. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, fair. To fill out the top 10,
Why don't you
7.
like Skyrim though?
Hold on, we'll get back into that. 7 to 10 is Red Dead Redemption, Portal 2, Batman Arkham City, and Gears of War. Why don't I like Skyrim?
Yes.
I think the reason I don't like Skyrim is because I like other open world games. I love Borderlands 2, as I was saying earlier, but with Skyrim, there's like everyone's like you can do whatever you want. You can, it's open world. You can literally do whatever. There's millions of options. But like I did things that were like weird, and then I just couldn't play the game because I was so bad. Like a 2-hand wielding Khajiit in the Thieves Guild really didn't get me anywhere, which was awful because that was what I was having fun doing. I was having fun stealthing around and then pulling out my giant iron warhammer and beating people to death. But I couldn't do it. Now I also
Not
suck
with
at
that
video
attitude, you
games.
can't.
I suck at video games.
No, I just
need
kept
that
on
to be
becoming a
clear.
vampire by mistake, and then I couldn't undo it. So it was fun.
I need to. I have an Xbox with me with Skyrim on it, and I actually got it free with my Xbox. Like that, they came with it for the holidays, so I got a free download of Skyrim. So it's on my Xbox. I think the power box on it is broken, so I need to like get one from one of my friends who has it. But I was like college. I came to it. I'm like, I'm gonna get back into Skyrim this year. So again, my free time, I might start playing Skyrim again to try and really get back into it.
All right. So how do you feel about Fallout?
Ooh.
I have never played a Fallout game.
All right, leave.
Yeah, it's time for you to go.
Everyone I know tells me I would love Fallout to death. Like, it's sarcastic, it's witty, the characters are great. Like, all those screenshots I've seen of it are hysterical. My senior year of high school was me and 4 other guys at the lunch table, and, like, all they talked about was Fallout.
We
And they loved it so much. So I remember hearing a lot about it, and I know I'd love it, but I've never played them.
when they were announcing Fallout 4 and like where it would be before the trailer dropped, me and all my friends were like sitting in our engineering lab. Rob just keeps on like looking between me and the audio waves. Anyway,
Speak up.
I am
It's coming from me.
Anyway, no, we would sit there and we were waiting to see because of the rumors were like that the next one was either going to be in like Texas, Pittsburgh, or Boston, and like we're like, oh, Boston, like that's pretty close, that'd be awesome to have. And like we were sitting there and we're watching, and when the new trailer dropped, like the first one, and like it showed that it was Boston, everybody just like went crazy. And like looking back, I don't know why we did, but it was a lot of fun.
I didn't know it was in Boston. Actually, is this 4?
Yeah, 4.
I didn't know 4 was in Boston.
Yeah, 4 set up in Boston. It's pretty cool. Instead of MIT, it's CIT, the Commonwealth Institute.
Nice. Instead of the Massachusetts Institute.
Yeah, pretty much. I think they might get into a little bit of legal trouble there.
I would imagine, knowing what the Fallout games tend to do and
Yeah.
tend to say, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool though, because it's like, what's the Red Sox stadium?
Fenway Park.
Fenway. Because there's a whole city based in Fenway Park, so that's pretty cool. I don't know. I think it's just neat
And
to
you can
like
go
look
up
around.
to you can go up to Salem, right?
Yeah, there's I forget if it was like an update that opened up Salem for a few missions, but I don't know. It's really cool because of you kind of just get the whole feel of Boston from it. Boston. How you doing over there, Eric?
I'm not paying attention.
Eric's not paying attention, so we gotta throw him on the mic. Otherwise, there's gonna be dead space. Ready, set, go.
No, no.
All right, hold on.
Hold on, we'll give him our mic then if
No,
Travis
wait.
doesn't want it.
Hold on.
I don't want to just have dead space.
All right, hold on. Sorry, I got a question. Talking about Skyrim, talking about Fallout. What is your favorite open world game?
Oh, that's a good one. Favorite open world game?
I have a good one for that.
Well, I don't know if this counts though,
Go for it.
but Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yeah,
Does
I
that
guess
count?
counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like PUBG where it's like
Yeah.
it's open world. It's just on a small map.
I don't consider that small though.
You know what I mean? Compared to like Skyrim or Fallout.
It's considered like a smaller.
Yeah, a smaller map.
In terms
Well,
of
compared to other games,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Because like PUBG, you can run from like one end to the map
the other.
within like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's big, but compared to like other games, it's not the
As
biggest.
big.
Yeah.
I misspoke. Fortnite is technically. God, I can't speak tonight. It is technically an open world survival game.
Yeah.
So, understandable, something like that. Anybody want to vote Minecraft for open world games? No, okay.
Obviously.
I was gonna say
Obviously.
Roblox.
Roblox, my man.
I was actually gonna go one step deeper and say the Lego open world game that came out in like 1999.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I've-
You start out with like a green just plane of
And you
flat
do-
Lego.
So it's essentially like Lego Minecraft.
Pretty much, except for it came out in 1999.
So it's clearly better.
Obviously, 100%.
Have you guys ever played many of the Lego games? I've played Lego Star Wars Saga. That was phenomenal.
I don't know if you guys remember, but Lego came out with like an MMORPG,
MMORPG.
I've heard about
Yeah.
it, yes.
and like I remember as a kid, that was like the only game I've ever wanted to play. Like I needed to play this game.
What was like your
But I
big
never played it.
kid game? Like big like
Ooh, I got
San
one.
Andreas, Grand Theft Auto. That's
I
what my
think-
parents let me
gosh.
play.
I got one. Ready?
if you say what I think you're gonna say, I'm gonna be so happy.
Wait. What do you
Do
think?
we, do we want to say it on 3 to see if we can?
All right,
sync up?
ready?
One, two,
two,
three.
three.
Wizard
Roller Coaster
101. Damn
Tycoon.
Yes! Another one!
Roller Coaster Tycoon was my
Great
game.
Great game.
So-
Oh, you know what else?
What?
Thrillville.
Ooh, Thrillville.
Oh, Thrillville.
They had
Oh,
Thrillville
great.
off the rails for the DS, and
Oh,
like
yeah,
once
yeah.
I moved from like my family's like family computer to like my DS, I just played Thrillville all the time.
I played Thrillville on PS2 every single day of my life.
You know, there's an online webpage where you can get Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 with Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 included for free,
Really?
and it has mods and there's multiplayer in it. So Rob's seen it. I play it a bunch still. It's one of those games that like, even though it's old and like, not super creative, it's still really fun to play.
It's true.
Yeah, it holds up.
Kids doing emails in the middle of
Yeah.
I'm doing my bio for the website. This will be up in about a week.
still like a work in progress.
I know the game I played when I was small child was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Bad parenting, but yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I remember being like 8 years old and having a friend who came up, like showed me him playing that, and I was like, I was like a really like innocent kid, like, but I remember just being like, why would you ever play such a game? And now I'm like, I wish I'd played San Andreas. It looked like fun.
I can imagine like just a smaller Travis.
I-
It's like,
I haven't had
what is this atrocity?
right. I haven't had long hair forever, so short hair, but
No.
Wizard 101 was my game though, by
Okay.
far.
I only played the free parts, and then the second that I got to like the paid section,
Yeah.
it was like, ooh.
What I would do is I had allowance at that point. I was like 9 or 10. Actually, I was in like middle school, so like 10, 11, 12. So I had an allowance, and I would just like negotiate with my mom, like, can you pay for this? And she'd be like, all right, it's like a month allowance.
If I
I'm like,
take out the
whatever.
trash, I get a month of
no,
Wizard
no,
101.
it was like I had my chores, and it was like
Yeah.
$2 a week or $3 a week or something like that. It was just like
minimum wage.
right, but it would just be like, hey, this next part, and then I wasn't playing it every day, so that would sate me for like a month. But I don't know, I enjoyed it, and I had friends that played. We didn't have like Skype at the time, so literally I would have my home phone sitting on a book next to me, and my mom's cell phone like here, and the home phone like on speaker sitting in front of me, and we would have like 2 like phone calls going at once between the 3 of us. That's how old school we were, and we would play for like 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day.
I remember
So-
like I used to beat everything up into the paid level, and then what I would do is I delete the character and I start a new one, but as like a different type of
school,
wizard.
as a different school.
Yeah. And as Travis is just casually unbuttoning his shirt very slowly.
I'm hot in here. It is really getting warm in here.
You're welcome.
You can leave.
Just leave.
It's
We're gonna give an hour dead
it's-
space now.
It's
just for
like
that.
18 degrees outside, so I'm dressed kind of warmly.
For I don't know. I remember playing video games with my dad, and the main game that we played was Command and Conquer Generals. That was like our game. I love that game so much. It's like, I don't know if you guys ever played it, but it's basically you choose a faction. There's like America, then there's like China, and then there's like the terrorists.
Wow. All right.
And then like
Way to be formal with it.
you just like build up armies and then go at each other.
So it's like Risk.
Kinda.
Why
try-
are
I'm
you just
trying to
grabbing
fix
my
it.
elbow?
I swear I'm not. I'm trying to fix this.
I have another good throwback game, Medal of Honor.
I never played it.
Never played it.
Medal of Honor was like the PS2 version of Call of Duty before Call of Duty got popular. Medal of Honor was like a first-person shooting World War II game.
You want to know? What,
I remember
Speaking of
playing
Medal of
Big
Honor,
Red One.
I almost bought it for the DS.
Wow.
Yeah.
The only DS game I ever liked was Mario Kart. And I remember in sixth grade, me and like 10 other people on the bus. We used to bring it on the bus, and you can connect and play with everyone. That's what we did.
I'm a big Animal Crossing kind of guy.
What is that?
Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing. It sounds familiar. What is it?
It's. Yeah, what is it, Travis?
Stupid.
No, it's the
People
best.
I have friends that are obsessed with Animal Crossing.
My
Like, they do a
cousins are
mobile
really
game.
into
I don't
Animal
get why
Crossing.
you'd be
I'm not a
obsessed
big.
The one when you have to like
Animal
cross the
Crossing
road.
No, that's,
No.
No, that's Crossing.
let me image Animal Crossing.
Yeah, let me see it.
Animal Crossing is one where you own, or I guess in the DS one, you just lived in a town and you just did random tasks and
No.
you just did like random tasks and like you got to like upgrade your house and whatnot.
It was a big DS game.
Yeah, it was a big DS
It was
game.
a big DS game. Now there's a mobile version of it that people are like loving.
Yeah, the mobile version is really good actually. For a free game, it's pretty good. It's one of those games that's nice to just kind of like chill with. Like, it's not very demanding, but at the same time, you're like, oh, I want to go do this thing, even though this thing might take me like 3 minutes just traveling.
Yeah,
around
that's
before.
true.
I was never really got into the whole Animal Crossing thing. I tried it. My cousins are big like fans of DS games, and so I tried it. Wasn't for me.
I'm telling you,
It was just kind of boring. I
the
thought.
yeah, it's kind of boring, but it's not that it's boring. It's just that it's slow, and it's like a more mellow type of game rather than like Medal of Honor or Mario Kart. Travis has something to say about
Oh
this.
no, I don't. I was just saying the mic back because, yeah. Okay, so we all kind of a mutual towards Animal Crossing,
No,
except
I
for
like
you,
Besides Brian.
except for
Yeah.
Brian.
It's a fun game. If any of you have it, add me. I'll get the code up.
You know what my favorite DS series of all time was? And like, no, I've never met anyone that's played them as much as I did. Was the Professor Layton series?
I liked Fire Emblem.
You like Fire? I have a friend who's like a direct Fire Emblem fan. You two.
Wait,
would
what
get
is
along.
Fire Emblem?
It's like a strategy game.
It's like a
I'm
strategy
really into
fighting
strategy
game.
games.
It's good. My friends love it. And there's a mode. Do you have Heroes on your phone?
No, I don't. I played it when it first came out for America.
My friends still play Heroes like all the time. Like it's all like we'll be playing League and they'll be playing Heroes like at the same time.
What was that strategy Pokemon game that wasn't like a mainstream Pokemon? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That's what
Oh, those were great.
I got into one and I couldn't
loved
get into the next
I
one.
love the Mystery Dungeon games.
It
They
was
were
weird.
They were so
As a kid,
good.
it was weird.
The one for the DS, not like the first generation, but the second one, where it was like the Sinnoh generation. Those were that was a phenomenal game.
It was
Difficult though. Those are
Those are
like,
really hard.
Those
yeah.
are underrated, like really hard games.
Well, mostly because like I got it and I was like, oh, a Pokemon game that I haven't heard of, and then I played it. I was like, oh, this isn't really Pokemon. This is kind of weird. Like it's fun looking back now,
Right.
But at the time, it's like, wow, this is really weird.
It was like the Mario and Luigi, like their Superstar Saga, like the same
Yeah.
kind of that like thing where it's like we're gonna take these franchise characters and make it like a turn-based strategy game, like a Dragon Quest kind of thing.
Exactly.
Dragon Quest 9, also phenomenal DS game, probably up there in terms of ones. But Professor Layton, that series, only video game to ever make me cry was the ending to the third one because it's sad as hell. But I will say those games, they're just puzzle games.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of story involved, and they're kind of cryptic. They're kind of eerie. A lot of great characters. I love them. So I've only played. I never owned a 3DS, so I've only played the first 4. Apparently it's like 8 now. But I would go back and play. If I got a 3DS, I would go back and play like the next 4. Like tonight, I would probably beat one of them. But
Nice.
those Dragon Quest 9, another big. Any Dragon Quest players? Played 5. It was
really.
awful. There's
I
turn.
wonder if we have any Dragon Quest players.
Any
in
Dragon
Italy.
Quest in the audience, hit me up. Dragon Quest 9. Hit me up. With your,
Specifically in
hit me up.
Italy.
Hit me up with your class. And if you're anything but a oh my gosh, what's the name of the bard class in it? Hold on.
The Bard class.
No, they're not called bards. I don't remember what it is though. It's
The Bard
minstrels. Minstrels, the best. Being a minstrel or being a thief were the best two. Which is actually like the
do
D&D
like thieves.
equivalent to rogues.
You know what I haven't seen a game of in a while?
Plants vs Zombies.
True. Other than that, though, like
I feel like that game died out.
no, like games that you play the
Ugon
bad guy.
Simulator.
Yeah, Ugon Simulator.
Games you play the bad guy.
Games that you play the bad
Grand
guy.
Theft Auto.
Yeah, but I mean, like other than Grand Theft Auto,
Payday 2.
or like a story based, like you're the bad guy, and you like
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Besides
Grand
a non
Theft
like
Auto.
franchise game.
Saints Row.
God of War.
That came out in
God of War.
2014. That's
God of War.
I guess.
And
But,
they're coming out with a new
what
God
I mean
of
is
War.
like a modern criminal game, other than like Payday or Grand
Watch.
Theft Auto.
I've never played Watch Dogs. Is that not Watch Dogs?
That's not really a criminal game. That's kind of just like
It's more
a
of a revenge story.
Gotcha,
yeah. It's
gotcha,
like
gotcha.
what are they called?
I
Like,
know you hack,
anti-hero?
like you just hack
Yeah.
people and do all that kind of stuff in Watch Dogs. So
You're right. There's a-
Vigilante. That's what it is.
Yeah. Trying to think of like big villain games.
There really aren't any.
Yeah.
There's like there's an obvious like ones that you can do anything, and then it turns out like
You're the villain.
yeah, you turn into the villain like by accident. Like GTA 5 multiplayer. Like you could go on play like multiplayer for hours and not do anything bad, but you're not gonna do that. You're gonna go and crash a car and then fly an attack helicopter into a military base.
You're right.
I looked it up. There's a list of the 17 video games ranked of where you get to play as the villain. So they include a FedEx office ad. And number one
Wow.
is
It's my favorite
True-
game.
the
Right.
true villains of the world.
Rampage, which is an old just like Flash game kind of
Never
thing.
heard of it.
Postal,
Never
which I
heard
think
of
is
it.
similar. Shadow of the Colossus.
I have heard of it, never played it.
Yeah.
God of War,
Yep,
called that
played
one.
it.
I've never played God of War, but it's on my list
a
of like
real fun
ones I
game.
have to play.
It's also really violent.
Yeah, well, I've seen clips of it. Braid,
Nope.
I've heard of. Overlord, I've heard of. Party Hard.
Nope.
True villains.
Party Hard is considered a stealth action game, but it's really all about quietly murdering people at a party and getting away with it.
No, see that's the thing. Is
my
like,
kind of game.
I don't mean games where like you just
Prototype.
casually.
There you go.
Like a game where it's like the plot, not just like a flash game where you
not
kill
just
people.
like
Right,
games that either let you do anything that you want or like, oh, you accidentally killed a guy. Oh well, kind of the games.
GTA 3, Mafia 2,
Mafia 3.
Saints Row.
yeah, Mafia came out. I know that.
Crackdown.
Crackdown.
How about
Where's you?
How about
Oh,
Wario?
a hero?
Yeah, wasn't that like
How-
Crackdown? You were
Crackdown
police.
was like before Saints Row or like around the same time.
Yeah,
How-
Crackdown was like you were police. It's like a really weird. Looking back, it's like a really
That
weird.
game was fun when all the cheats came out. You could just spawn cars.
No,
fly
you know what?
Yeah.
How about Game Boy Color's Wario Land?
Oh boy.
Why is that on a list?
I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Go up.
Okay, so we haven't asked. We've asked like most
Yeah, there you
play.
go. Command and Conquer Generals.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. You play as terrorists.
Right. There you go.
CS:GO.
So we were asking about like favorite, like most played video games, all that. Do you have like a most, like a one game, like most fun game, if that's a way I can word the
Fun?
question? Like a game that you just like when you think of like a fun, stupid time to have with your friends.
Wait, hold on. To have with your friends or when you
Either one. If you by yourself
Either
with
one?
friends, because I have like a definitive GTA 5 from Eric.
I don't know. I've been really into like Cluster Truck.
I don't even want to know what that is.
Yeah, we're
No,
gonna,
it's like it's a $5 game on Steam, and it's literally you jump from truck to truck.
Is it like Mount Your Friends?
No,
No.
it's like look up a like a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
It's
It's like a parkour
Wait, give me
game.
that.
Yeah, it's like a parkour
Giving
game.
Eric the
Like
mic.
trucks.
Like
All right,
truck.
two games I want to bring up, but the other one might stop this conversation. The first game that I've been playing on Steam, but I deleted it, was American Truck Simulator, where you just
American
drive a
Truck.
truck
Yeah,
and make money.
yeah. I don't
That's
get
so
all
much fun. How have you ever played that?
I played other types of simulator games like
Yeah.
that, but it's like I can get into them somewhat.
I like the role playing games, like when you pretend to like be like a
Yeah.
truck driver. I think that's cool. The other game I want to bring up, I know it's kind of like not video games, but we'll probably start talking about like phone games. Clash Royale. Any Clash Royale guys in here?
No,
I couldn't get into it.
not a real mobile.
I got
Putting
in.
the mic
Yeah,
down.
there goes everybody's ears.
I love the spike in the audio waves
Yeah.
there.
No, I just couldn't get into Clash Royale. Like it's the kind of thing where I played it for like 3 weeks, and then I just I got really annoyed with all the notifications, so I turned them off, and then I just ended up
Forgot
not playing
about it.
after.
The
Yeah.
only notifications you get is like you have a request available.
No, but it's also like, oh, chest is ready to open. Don't
They
forget
have
you
that
have a
anymore.
chest.
They don't have that anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. At the time, it was really annoying because it's like, hey, you have a chest to open. It's like, I know I haven't opened it. Stop telling me to open it.
I've never been a mobile game person. Like I've had a smartphone for a little over a year now, and I've never.
Yeah.
I've gotten like little like puzzle games, but I think like when I think most fun game, there's literally only one answer I can give. As much as I want to say Guitar Hero, Halo, it is probably my favorite 2-person game of all time, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland.
Is that the one with the pink cover?
I believe so. Let me look it up. I think it is.
That game was
Tony
pretty
Hawk's
awesome.
American Wasteland might be my favorite GameCube game
I played on PS2.
I've ever.
Favorite mobile game I'll have to go with.
Yup. Tony
Plague.
Hawk American
I'd say
Wasteland.
Plague.
Thaw.
That game was
Such an amazing
That game had
game.
good graphics for that time.
It had amazing graphics. It
I
had
waited 10 minutes to load a level
it,
or something.
it had funny story,
Yep.
amazing characters. Like the whole plot of the story was like that essentially you had to prove yourself as a skater to like the local skating population, and then your like skate park was gonna get like paved over, so you had to just like go through Hollywood and raid everyone's stuff to build a new. So you like
that
red.
was the game with the people protesting the sheep, right? Remember that?
Yes!
Yep.
It's there's the whole game is just it makes fun of Hollywood. It just makes fun of all that kind of stuff. The soundtrack, phenomenal
Yeah, the
soundtrack.
Kiss was in that.
Kiss, Green Day,
Yep.
a lot of like weird like because it was 2005, 2007.
It should have been 07 or 06.
I think it was 07. Sounds familiar.
Was that the
2005. 2005.
Does anybody remember the
But it
skateboard
was-
game where you play as like a Disney character?
The
No.
what game?
It's like you would jump through a portal and like you would enter a Disney like area.
Not Kingdom Hearts.
No, it's a skateboard game.
I didn't hear skateboard. I'm
Man,
sorry.
Kingdom Hearts is my favorite skateboarder game.
Can that be the title of this episode? Kingdom Hearts is the best skateboard
Yeah.
game.
No, you want to know what my favorite games were for like the Game Boy, right? Or not the Game Boy, like the DS or the backyard sports games. So like backyard football, backyard
Yes.
skateboarding. Those are the best.
Hold on, I
Like-
gotta. Some sports Twitter account put up a thing about like. Do you remember what the one NPC like? His name was like Pedro or something.
I don't remember anything.
They,
from
I
it.
gotta.
Just
Like, I'll
remember
find a
it's fun.
picture. Maybe it'll ring a bell. But they some like official sports account was like, 15 years ago today, backyard something was released, and some girl just came stomping,
Break their necks to look at
stomping through the hall. Like, I mean, she just came through and never broke eye
I
contact.
got
with
really
me.
confused.
So if you're listening to this, just like eyes off the merchandise next time. But
Like us
get a
on
laugh there.
Facebook if you're
Like us on
listening.
Facebook if you're gonna stare at us. We should just put that on the blinds and close the
Yeah,
blinds.
can we print out that meme on Facebook and put it in here?
No.
Why not?
Cause I don't like that picture, first of all.
I think that's
It was
why
on
we
the
want
website.
it.
It was on JU Live. 'cause
Yeah.
It was for an ad deal.
Yeah.
All right, to Travis, to answer your question about like games I like to play with my friends, I would say with friends, Overwatch. It's
I know
Oh,
what
you get very vocal when you play Overwatch
I-
in the room.
I have a bad Overwatch brings back an interesting poor choice time in my life because I don't know if you guys know this. Are you familiar with any esports organizations? namely
Not
Team
really.
Dignitas.
No.
No.
So I used to be a video game writer for this organization. I used to play League of Legends, and I would do things like keep them up with the meta. It was a volunteer position, but after a while, you could accrue enough points to get like merchandise and stuff, and it kept me occupied. I really liked doing it. I just stopped doing it after a while because didn't have enough time to put out one a week. But I did an article when Battleborn was coming out the same time as Overwatch, and I got on the Battleborn would be better than Overwatch hype train hard. I got the Game of the Year edition, paid like $60 for it.
Oh, it's kind of like
I wrote an article why it was going to be better than Overwatch and why it looked amazing. And Paragon was the third one that came out that like nobody's played Paragon because it was awful, from what I've heard. But I went on the Battleborn hype train hard, and like 2 weeks later realized the mistake I had made. Like Overwatch is still popular. I still don't know anyone that plays Battleborn anymore.
what is it? The Lawbinder? Oh, stomping by. What is it? Yeah. What is it? Lawbreakers or something? There's another one that was called an Overwatch clone, and they were hyping
there's-
it up.
I know Paladins is the
Yeah, you
free
want to talk about
Overwatch.
Overwatch clones? Paladins.
Paladins? Okay, I played Paladins. My first game of Paladins, I went 54-0. I don't know what happened. Maybe no one knew what was going on. I went 54-0 in a
Those
game of
characters
Paladins.
are like almost carbon copies.
Yeah.
of Overwatch characters.
It is a fun. Actually, Paladins was kind of fun though. I did enjoy the short time I
Yeah.
played it. I didn't play it a lot just because like I didn't know anybody else that played it and got kind of boring after a while. But like the couple of days I played it, the week or two I played it, I actually enjoyed it a lot. I don't know why I stopped playing it, but
I'd say for friends, it's definitely Overwatch. For my dad, because I do play video games with my dad.
that's really cool.
I would say Army of Two. It's basically like a 2-player game, just 2 guys basically, and you kind of like mercenaries. That's what me and him usually played a lot. There's Army of Two on the Xbox.
I've heard of it. I just never played it. Ooh, listen to that dead air.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Army of Two. It sounds fun. It's interesting you play video games. Like my mom never. I only had my mom growing up, and she never played video games. She played like arcade games growing up, but that just wasn't something that was like in my family. Like I had a cousin and her parents. Like they were kind of like the only other like real quote unquote nerds in my family. So like he would play games. Like I remember I was friends with him on Xbox, and we never really played together. But I would see when he got online, and we could talk about like Borderlands or Halo or Plants vs Zombies was the one that he showed me that I love to this day. Plants vs Zombies is still one of my favorite games ever. I could literally beat it. Like we would be in a car ride, like a 4 or 5 hour car ride. I could beat the entire game in one car ride. Like I just got to a point where I just had it like memorized systematically how to do it.
So we've talked about fun games. What about here's the real question. What is your favorite game of all time?
Oh god.
Of all time.
Of all time.
I need to make a list. I need to like do some.
No, you get to choose one.
One.
No, I need to make a list and then choose one. I gotta like.
Eeny, meeny,
I
miny,
mean, I've
moe.
talked about Halo Reach, which I think I've already said might be my favorite, but I'm rethinking. Halo Reach. I'm gonna come up with 5. Halo, and then pick from that. Halo Reach, Borderlands 2, Tony Hawk American Wasteland.
Name your top 3. Give it to top 3 then.
I can't pick League of Legends only because like I hate it as much as I love it. Like it's a painful addiction. Like I smashed a computer mouse. I got so mad at League of Legends.
The I don't know. It's a loaded question.
Right, it's a
'Cause I
loaded
have
question.
favorite-
What is in your shoes, man? Holy.
That's a loaded question because like as time goes on, like games that I love just kind of lose their.
Yeah, I
value.
understand, but
Do you mean like games that hold up over time that you still love?
no.
No.
Just like
Favorite right now?
top 3 favorite.
Top 3 favorite right now.
Okay, so top 3.
Right
So
now.
Starting
Right now.
I've already said mine. Halo Reach, Tony Hawk American Wasteland, and I'll say Borderlands 2.
I'm gonna say Planet Coaster is pretty fun right now. Having a lot of fun with that. Then Cluster Truck, and then finally, throw a AAA game in there. Let's go with Battlefield 1.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, you said you were a Battlefield person earlier.
Yeah.
And you on the edge?
I would say right now Total War Warhammer. I'm a big strategy
Is that
game
anything like
guy.
Total War Attila?
No, it's fantasy.
Okay, because I have a friend that plays a game called Total War Attila, and he loves it.
I do have that game. It's really good, but I'm more of I like fantasy, I guess.
Okay, because I know Attila's more like strategy.
I'd say Total War Warhammer. Life is Strange.
I've heard amazing things about
This
Life is
an
Strange.
amazing game. And for my third and final option, Not quite sure. That's a hard one. I might say like Payday 2.
Okay.
You're
you
welcome.
you really love Payday 2.
I'm a big fan of Robin Banks.
Fair. All right.
Wait. Oh no. Okay. I thought that Robin Banks was the person we were talking about earlier.
Like a voice actor.
Yeah, like Robin Banks.
No.
No.
Robbing,
who are we talking about?
literally
He likes
robbing Banks.
He likes Robin Banks.
Yeah.
with Robin
Banks.
Banks.
Is my favorite voice actor.
Okay, wait. Before we go to our best, how about this? Maybe
we
not.
just did our best.
Well, no. We did best 3. Are we gonna go down to 1? Do we think we can pick one from?
I'd say Life is Strange right now.
right now. Life is Strange. You over there in the middle.
I don't know. It's tough because like sometimes I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood for some cluster truck. Sometimes I'm in the mood for
Just
Planet
pick.
Coaster.
Just pick.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Planet Coaster because I have more hours on it. That's
Planet
the only
Coaster.
reason.
As I could also throw in like so many Pokemon games. I could throw in Pokemon Ruby, Pokemon Pearl, but I will say if I had to pick one of those 3.
Oh wait, hold on. I forgot about Animal Crossing. How did I forget Animal
are you gonna
Crossing?
say Animal Crossing's your favorite?
I'm gonna say, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Which one? Aren't there several?
New Leaf
Animal Crossing.
or
New-
Welcome Amiibo. It's
so
the
we
same
have
thing.
Life is Strange, Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Yep.
It's tough. I think I have to say, like, I don't even have a choice. I think I have to say Halo Reach. I've just played it so much, and I had so much fun in it growing up. American Wasteland and Borderlands 2 are a tight second, though. Do you have maybe not a least favorite game of all time? Because I feel like we
I
could
have a
talk
least
about that.
favorite.
Well, what's your least favorite first?
So when I was younger and I was like all about like DS games and whatnot.
The Leap games. Leapfrog
Yeah, the
games.
Leapfrog games. No, when I was like really into the DS games, there was a game called like Rhythm or something, and I was like, oh, this game's gonna be about like making a rhythm and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then I bought the game and I played it, and it's just like tap the screen when something happens. Yeah, Rhythm Heaven.
Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah, and it's like in my head I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. I get to make music and all that. And then and then I got the game, and it's literally just like a GIF of like maybe 5 different frames of like somebody bobbing their head, and like you have to tap the screen when they bob their head.
Nice.
And then the next level is like, oh, you have to tap the screen when the couple kisses or something, and it's just like that's the entire game. And I returned it within like 2 days. It was horrible.
Lichtum Battle Mage for the Xbox.
Say it again.
Lichtum Battle Mage for the Xbox.
Lisham.
All right, so the game came out quite recently, but it has the graphics of Oblivion.
I love that. Okay, to segue off of that, I have 2, but the first one, I get why people love this game, and this is like a really popular game. I get why people love it, but I just because the gameplay itself, like the character is amazing, the story is kind of funny, just because of the graphics and the gameplay, I have to say Undertale was up there for me. I did not like Undertale. I tried to get into it, and like I liked it when I was talking to my friends about it, but I like the creativity of the different endings. I think that's amazing. But I just and the music is phenomenal. Like I can go to the good things, but just the gameplay I just hated the gameplay. Hated the combat fighting.
I bought it like a year and a half after it was popular, and all it died down pretty much.
Yeah.
I've
never
it was on
beaten
sale
it.
on Steam for like $1.50, so I'm like, I might as well try it. And I got like 7 hours in the game, and I
Right.
just put it down and never picked it up. Didn't really have any interest in picking it back up.
I got stuck on this boss fight, and all my friends were like, well, you're supposed to pick up the one thing that was back like 4 levels ago, and that helps you beat it. And I'm like, I hate games that like force you to do that. Like, I went and I looked, and I actually don't think it was even showing up, because like I went and redid another game, and it just wasn't showing up for me. So either I was looking in the wrong place, or just something happened with my copy of the game. But
It's not a bad game.
it's
it
not
just
a
wasn't for
bad
me.
game. It just I just don't like it. But I'd say the game I hated the most playing, I love Dragon Quest 9, but Dragon Quest 5 for some reason, even though I just looked it up as like a 90, like a 5 out of 5, an 8.7, 8.9, I think I just played it. I was too young. I didn't get what I was supposed to do, and I literally played it for like 5 hours and was like, all right, this is enough.
I'm trying to think. I have a bunch of Steam games that like I bought and then returned. I think the last one that I had was Sid Meier's Civ 6.
Oh, really? You don't
Yeah.
like Civ 6?
No, okay, so I love Civ 5.
Civ
and I
5's great.
Civ 5 is great. I have a lot of hours in it.
Wait, what is your choice Civ in Civ 5?
Babylonian.
The Shoshone.
The Shoshone, really?
Yeah,
Why is
they
that?
start off with the land perk,
Oh,
So like
okay.
when you start a new city, you get like double the land. It
I'm
was
one.
really
I'm
good.
one of the weird.
Or Attila.
I'm one of the weird freaks that plays Venice.
No.
Oh. That's like no.
No, Venice is the. I used to play the Egyptians a lot.
Okay,
are good.
Egyptians are
Egyptians are good. Venice is way better though. I enjoy Venice.
You only play Venice if you hate yourself.
No, I love playing Venice. We also used to do, my friends, we would do Axis versus Allied powers because we'd
Yeah.
get like 8 of us. So we would do me, a guy playing Germany, and a guy playing Italy. And then I think it was only 6. We did those 3 versus like England, the U.S., and I guess China or Russia, whoever somebody felt like playing.
I don't know. Me and Rob have played plenty of games of Civ 5.
We played 4
We'll have to play
games.
Civ 5.
Well, yeah,
together.
we played like 4 games total, but like the games themselves break off into like 16 different. Right? No.
No, we
Yeah.
What?
literally only played 4 games together of Civ.
Yeah, we need to
Because
play
you would ask, and then I would say no.
yeah.
I just had a crazy thought. What we should do for a fundraiser for JWood Live is do like an extra life, like one of those like 24-hour streams, and like the dead air when it's like in the middle of the night, and no one's watching. Like we play Civ.
Why don't we just play Civ the entire time? That's how long a single game takes.
We could play like a 24-hour game of Civ. We could do that
I
too.
don't see why not.
A single game on quick.
Single
game.
24
game on
hours.
quick.
Small map, just us 3.
No, let's do like an extra large Earth map. Perfect.
28
Sort it out like
civs,
that.
100
on
civs.
marathon mode.
Oh no. Might be here for a month.
Oh no. Oh my god. No, but I bought Civ 6 because I was like, oh man, I love Civ 5. I knew that it was different than Civ 5, but I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot. Why not? So I bought it. It was like half off. So I bought it, and I played it for maybe 2 hours, and I just couldn't get into it because it's like the part that I hated most about Civ 5, which was like talking to the different world leaders, just suddenly became the main focus of the game. So it's like you're being stopped from whatever you're doing every 10 seconds
it's
because
the
of
worst.
Teddy Roosevelt wants to talk to you about giving him spices for 30
he's the
gold.
best.
It's like,
Teddy Roosevelt's the bomb.
yeah, but it's like he's a little bit annoying when he keeps on asking me every turn for spices. So
What do
I
you think-
returned that game like instantly.
What do you guys think is the most underrated game?
Underrated game.
Underrated.
It's too broad.
No, I don't
It
think
is,
so.
yeah.
I have one for this. I'm only going to say this because there are other ones in the series that get more. Well, I was thinking about this game anyway. Like, I wanted to talk about it, and I haven't had a reason to. But
Alright.
now that you say that, like, this is a good place to bring it up. Because it's one of those games where it's in a series of a bunch of them.
Uh-huh.
Like, Halo Reach is widely regarded as the best Halo game. It's not underrated. But I grew up playing a lot of Mario Party. And Mario Party 7
Mario
does
Party's
not.
underrated. That's like
No. Mario Party 7 specifically.
Which one is that?
The last GameCube
You didn't
one.
even hear
Eight,
it. That's why. That's
eight-
the point.
Right, exactly.
You've
Eight,
never
yeah,
even
but
heard of this
8
game.
is the
I
first.
have heard of Mario
so
Party
8
7. It's just that the fact that there's so many Mario
Right,
Parties
but that's
and
the
they're
thing.
so
Like,
similar,
so
the only thing that
one
changes
and
is
two,
the graphics.
1 and 2 were the originals, and they get a lot of the credit. And 8 and 10 are the big
the
ones
fact
for
that
the
there are
Wii.
10.
It's 7. I think there's 10. I think they've come out with 10. I know there's at least 8. But Mario Party 7, like, it was the last one for the GameCube, and I feel like no one I know that's played Mario Party's played 7, even though it's probably up there, like, in my top 10, 15 games. It's so... We literally played Mario Party 7 at, like, 1 in the morning. Like, me and my friends were hanging out. We were like, what do we want to do? We went over and played Mario Party 7 at 1 in the morning. Somebody got punched. The Wii was accidentally unplugged after the second turn because somebody reached over to tackle someone. We were somewhat... Some people were somewhat inebriated. Those of us who weren't driving, so that made it even better. And my friend won by 1 star because he just ran. And this was 3.2. But 2 and 7 are both really good. But 7's more underrated, so I'm going to say 7 for most underrated. But 2 is also very good, but 2 usually gets the credit it deserves.
But the fact that there's like 8 or 9.
I'm going to Google it. We have
Alright.
a computer.
I think there are 9. The fact that there's 9 Mario Party games, and they're pretty much all the same. They're the same premise. The only thing that really changes is like the maps.
They're awesome games, though.
Yeah, they're fun games, but it's like
They're lit.
I don't know if they should be classified as different games.
They are different games.
They're all just like
Grand Theft
expansion
Auto, all you do
packs.
is shoot people and drive around vehicles. It's the same game.
balls.
There's different
P-
stories.
Mario Party, you throw dice, and then at the very end,
there are 10.
Bowser's
There are
like
10 Mario parties.
10 Mario Parties. Yeah. So I wonder why Mario Party 7 out of 10 wasn't so popular.
Hold on, wait. What is this?
What about
What does
RimWorld?
MG mean?
Would you say that's an
Oh,
underrated
RimWorld's
game?
pretty fun.
Oh, number of mini games. Oh, I see.
I haven't played that in a while.
I know. I'll brought it up.
Actually, there's a bunch of other Mario parties. There's actually 6 others.
Yeah,
So there's 16 games in the Mario Party franchise.
exactly.
Who's your favorite Mario Universe character?
Hold on, we're not done with the first question.
No, I'm fine. Go. Underrated game.
Eric's laughing over there.
Funny.
Just saying.
Fine, but you only say Mario Party, you say the first WarioWare game for the Wii. There, that's underrated.
No, all right, we'll go over that. I'm gonna say probably the most underrated one that I played is definitely like Ralph said, RimWorld. RimWorld was pretty fun, but it didn't really get like. Oh, somebody's dancing in the window.
They go for it. There we go.
All
Get
right.
it. Somebody's just dancing in the hallway.
I get it.
Can we
What do you
lock
mean,
the
get
door?
get out.
It should be locked.
Okay, cool. Just making sure in case
People are
someone-
just gonna walk in and be like, "Hey, can I be on?"
Right. Alright.
I
I
was
found-
I saying?
RimWorld.
Oh yeah, it's a
underrated
pretty good game. That's pretty much it. Rob, what about you? Rob's looking at his Steam games.
I don't know. Maybe the Forest. That's a really. I'm starting
Oh,
to
the
really get
For-
into the Forest.
The Forest was popular for like 2 years.
Wait, like a Star Wars game? Or
No,
what?
the Forest.
Forest.
Yeah, you play as a guy who crashed on a island and there's a bunch of cannibals, but you have to find your son. It's pretty creepy actually. Like if you're playing alone, it's a horror game, but if you're playing with friends, then it's like
A build game.
yeah, then it's like what stupid stuff can we do instead of finding our son?
I kind of forgot a very underrated game that I had a lot of my life towards when I was a sophomore in high school. So you guys were 8th grade. Well, not you, because you're like 40. But you guys were like 8th grade.
Fun fact. Travis
10th
is
grade
41.
summer, I bought Minecraft. And
That's not underrated.
and
in
since
the slightest. That
no,
is
not underrated, but like
underrated.
not. It's really not talked about how many hours we put in.
It's
to
not
that
talked
game.
about because it's been talked about for the last decade. As
I think Minecraft's overrated.
How a Dino?
Overrated?
it's not overrated. It's
No,
just
it's
overdone in media.
Like,
Yeah, but it's so popular. That's why.
Yeah, it's
It
a
was
fun game to play.
Revolutionary game, I would say.
Yeah, it's a fun game to play. It's just that you don't really see it in like the media anymore because it's been overdone for the last.
That's
10
true.
years.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Well, I built a city and built it for like 4 years, and I still
Yeah.
have it on my 360. It's pretty nice.
Nice.
There's a flashing bar on Eric's screen.
Oh, there's something else coming up on JWO Live.
Ooh.
But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say
Is
that.
that our podcast streaming again?
is this the cancellation button?
Yeah. Is this a cancel? Is this a close the Facebook page?
I don't know if
Right.
you guys ever heard of Dino D-Day. You guys ever played Dino D-Day?
I've heard about it. Honestly, I've heard about it.
This is the
you
Ugandan
write-
movies portion of the podcast.
It's like World War II esque, but
Yeah.
the Germans have dinosaurs on their side.
You know what I love? The
I-
B-movie game. All right, it's a solid game with actual voice acting from the main cast.
Oh yes, Jerry Seinfeld
Yeah,
likes
Jerry
jazz.
Seinfeld.
He likes jazz in the video
He likes
game too.
jazz. Oh, it's good.
All right, so what else? We got
Oh, I thought you had
underrated. We got
something.
best. We got worst. I didn't know if you. I didn't want you to rant about the B movie for 96 years.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. There are no.
Kingdom Hearts.
I hate it.
You hated Kingdom Hearts.
I wasn't a big fan. I liked it, but I wasn't. I played one of them.
Rob, you strike me as a Kingdom Hearts fan.
I am, because I like Disney.
I think it's just a scarf right now that strikes me. As
He has that kind of hipster look to him.
Yeah.
Like the facial
Like-
hair that he
like,
really
put on my
should shave. The
glasses.
braces.
Put on my
I
glasses
can
and then
barely
say.
see through your glasses.
Yeah, but then say Kingdom Hearts is the best video game.
It's huge.
Let me get a video of this for the Twitter.
All right. So.
hold on. Let me pull up my phone.
All right, hold on. Travis needs to get that cinematic action.
All right.
Why are you all recording me?
I'm not.
Thank you, Eric.
All
All
right,
right.
say your line.
Kingdom Hearts is it's a good video game. Yeah.
Say it to me one more time. Look at this camera. We're gonna get all the angles,
This
son.
camera.
Kingdom Hearts. Is it the best video game in your opinion?
Not the best, but I definitely like the game.
Wow. All right, good talk.
I know, I
no,
like- I
I
like-
don't like it. It's really confusing.
I like how it incorporated Disney. When I was a kid, that was like a huge thing.
That
for me.
always confused me because I was like,
Right.
it's a Disney game, and then who are these other characters that I don't really care about?
Why is it like half anime, half Disney? Like,
Yeah, that's what I was mostly confused of because I was like, why is Mickey Mouse?
You get to beat up people with Aladdin. Who doesn't want to beat up people with
But
Aladdin?
why?
Why not?
That just sounds like a premise for a really bad Flash game.
Yeah.
Speaking of Flash games, Flash games are some of the highest forms of art in the community of Flash games.
Highly debatable.
That is not highly debatable. They are the best games known to
What was your
mankind.
favorite Flash game website?
Oh.
Congregate.
Addictinggames.com.
All right, I'll say one more level.com.
Addicting Games or Armored?
Addicting
Armored was
Games- Addicting Games is good only because it wasn't blocked on the school Wi-Fi.
Coolmathgames.com.
Coolmathgames.com.
I still play that in class.
Same.
Blowrocks? Blowrocks, are you a big fan of Blowrocks?
I see.
Oh, Bubble Box?
No, Blowrocks, when you move the cube thing into the hole.
No.
No.
I have no idea what you're talking
What was your favorite Flash game?
about. Ooh.
Free Rider 2.
The sniper one.
What's that?
Definitely Free Rider 2.
What's the name of the sniper one?
Which one?
There's a lot of
Oh yeah,
Flash
there's a lot of
games.
sniper games.
Yeah, because all you needed for a sniper game was just 3 moving characters and you put
Or-
a sniper lens on the screen on the mouse cursor.
I got 2. I'm going to say either Free Rider 2 or Bloons Tower Defense 4.
Ooh, Balloon Tower is always a good game. I also liked
4, either 5 was too much. Either 5 was almost like a real
Oh,
video
I
game.
remember the name. Platform Runner 2. That's a solid game. There was another game that was that at the time I didn't know that it was a ripoff of something, but it was called Fantasy Online, and it was like a little 8-bit like MMO kind of thing, but it was Flash game style, and it was like one of the best games that I've played, and apparently it's like a ripoff of like Final Fantasy. And it had like all hidden jokes that I just never got, but as itself, as a game, it stood up really well. But the server shut down in like 2014 or something. So it's like, oh, that game, yeah. All right. Yeah, all right. I know that game. But no, like, it was a really good game. And my favorite thing was they would always have like seasonal stuff. So like if Christmas was coming around, if you logged in on Christmas, you would get all this stuff. And then around like June, you could sell this stuff for like so much more in like the marketplace. Oh, it's good.
Have you guys ever played WoW?
World of
something-
Warcraft?
World?
Yes.
I've never played Warcraft now.
No, I never played it.
I wanted to, but it was
You
always
needed
like
a credit card.
right. You needed money.
My dad was really into it, and then
I don't know.
I kind of got into it myself, but
When I played
not
it,
to the same.
when I played it, when everyone I knew was playing it, like the 7th and the 8th grade, it was one of those things where like they were dedicated, like they were like failing classes because of it. Like it was like a set group of like 5 or 6 guys. That, like I wasn't friends with them, but they were all friends of my friends. Like I knew them. We had classes together. I was cool with them all, but like they would just talk about it nonstop. And they're like, "Oh yeah, I spent like $20 over the weekend on it." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have that kind of money," because I'm like 12. Let alone like the time, because they're like, "Oh yeah, it's super addicting."
Ooh, talking about spending money. What do you think about microtransactions taking over?
I don't like it. I mean, I don't know. I've played League for years, and there's a website called How Much Money Did I Spend on League or something like that, where you can literally put in your like summoner name, and it shows up how much money you've spent.
Oof.
And I know I've spent over 4 years. It's something like 300. But to be fair, I've won $50 gift cards and giveaways twice, so only 200. And most of it was just like Christmas money I got, or birthday money I spent on it. You can also use Subway gift cards as League money. So every
somebody
time,
found out that I had a Subway gift card, they're like, I'll give you double what's ever on it.
right, you can use it for League. You can use it for League. So every time I got Subway gift cards, or I remember our prom, they did a giveaway at our prom, and I won a Subway gift card for $25.
I can imagine Travis is just like at prom, and he's like,
I'm by
he's like-
myself.
yeah, he's at prom by himself, and he's like, man, I'm really not having a good night, and like, oh, time for the Subway gift card raffle. The winner is Travis, and Travis is like, yeah, I could go play League.
Literally, I grabbed it, and somebody's like, Travis, you're not gonna go spend that on League, are you? And I'm like, you bet I am. Yeah, I'll show you what Travis looked like at prom if you really want to see. If you wanna
Oh, I
see.
really want to see this.
You really want to see senior year Travis from 3 years ago?
No, I just
Alright.
want to see Travis at prom.
I don't think there are pictures of me at prom. There's definitely pictures of me at pre-prom.
I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of microtransactions.
Yeah, I don't like. as a
Speaking of
whole, I don't like.
microtransactions, who's ready for microtransactions on the entire internet?
Yeah,
Because
net
net neutrality
neutrality.
got repealed today.
By the Senate,
Shout out
still
to-
has to go through Congress.
It does.
Said it.
But we were watching the live stream in class.
I
We had it
am
in the
the
corner. Well, I had it in the corner in class, and like everybody was giving their speeches, and then it got to like Ajit Pai, and then suddenly he just like looked up. He's like, "I'm being advised by security that we need to leave." And then there was a bomb
I
threat.
tuned in during the bomb threat in my class, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What? Is it over? Did I miss
Yeah.
it?" And then it took me like 30, because I just turned it off then. And
It was
30
like a solid 3 minutes later they were back in.
I went on Twitter a half an hour, and everyone was like, "Oh, they had a bomb threat. They had a bomb threat." And I'm like, "Oh, well, that would make sense why no one was in the room."
Yeah. Oh, it was a roller coaster of events. But who's ready to have EA manage the entire internet?
I'm ready.
Real sad. Real sad boy hours.
Real sad boy hours. You know what's real sad boy hours? When we start streaming at midnight every night.
It's never gonna happen, but keep saying it.
If we keep on saying it, it's gonna happen.
No.
All right. How about this? If we get 50 likes on our Facebook page, is it gonna happen?
It's impossible. 50 likes? No, that's nothing. That's chump change.
Ooh. How many likes on Facebook do we need?
At least 150.
150? All right, we can get that.
Proceeds to make fake accounts.
100.
You got stuck. I figured out you got
150. All right, we need 150 Facebook likes.
Like here.
Yeah.
We need everyone to tune in from Uganda to Italy, from Russia. I need to go onto our Facebook and like that. And
Facebook-
then make a fake account and like it again.
Facebook.com/Wildcat Wizards. Go like the
There you
page.
go.
Twice.
Like it, that way we can be online. That way we can stream for 24 hours a week.
Are we wrapping up? Sorry, I was looking at prom pictures, helping Eric with a flash game.
No, I want to see Travis's prom
Okay,
pictures.
come here then. This is me.
I'm liking the selfies
this is,
at the
this
bottom.
This is the friend I was talking to about his Wii Sports preferences. He had a date for prom, but she was somewhere else.
Was your date that guy?
That's somebody else's grandfather. He photobombed like everyone's photos. Here is a bunch of the guys in somebody's pickup truck.
Somebody?
Yeah, that sounded
I
like
don't-
prom,
I
alright.
don't remember. Literally, I was invited to this. So our prom was on our last day of school. It was a half day. School got out at 12. We graduate a big breakfast, graduation rehearsal. We were let go. Prom was 6 hours later.
Yep.
I got invited to that pre-prom at school that day. I was just
Pre-prom?
gonna go, like just hanging out before prom,
Oh,
getting
yeah, yeah.
photos. Everyone goes to carpool. I was just gonna like, go
Pre-game.
by myself, but my one friend was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing something in the house. Like I invited a ton of people. I guess I just forgot to tell you. Yeah, it's here." I'm like, "Oh great," because I also went to a school that was like everyone lived like far apart. It was like a magnet art school, so I lived like 45 minutes from everyone. So I had to like redo my plans. I'm trying to find the best picture. I guess it would be.
No. So I remember like prom was weird.
I hated prom.
Senior prom for me was not as good as junior prom.
I didn't go to junior prom.
I was on a Boy Scout trip during junior prom.
Yeah, that sounds like a Travis thing.
Right.
I had a girlfriend during
Travis, are
junior
you an
prom.
Eagle Scout?
No, I'm a Life Scout just because I got Life like right before my senior year.
Yeah.
And I could have done it. Like, I definitely had the time. I just didn't prioritize it. And I didn't really want to, and I don't regret it. It hasn't helped me yet. And honestly, like,
Yeah.
I just know too many people where, like, their dads did all their Eagle Scout work for them
Yeah.
for me to, like, really care about it. Like, I emceed. There were 9 people in my grade. 8 of them got Eagle Scout. I was the only one that wasn't. I emceed most of their ceremonies. They're all my best friends. I still talk to them, but, like, I really don't.
I mean,
Are you an Eagle Scout or are you a Boy
We
Scout?
both are.
yeah. We
Oh, you're both
are,
Eagle
yeah.
Scouts. Really? I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Oh wow.
Are you an Eagle Scout over there, Eric, or no? I was
Eric's shaking
Any
his
other-
head
any-
as he's got one
I-
earbud in and he's playing Flash games.
either of you senior patrol leaders?
Yeah.
I was ASPO.
I was assistant patrol leader, ASPL, SPL.
Senior patrol leader year was like one of
That-
my favorite years, but one of the most stressful.
It was
years
my senior
ever.
year of high school, and I just
Ooh.
I
hated
like
it.
ASPO because you get
Yeah, ASPL.
you get all the power but none of the
It was more
responsibility.
fun. It was more fun to be ASPL than it was. What? How many people were in your troop?
40 at the
Okay,
time.
so we were like the same because mine was like.
Yeah.
I think the beginning of my year was like 35, but we got a large amount of Weebelos at the end, so it went up to like 50 or something.
the
crazy,
year
so.
the year that I like campaigned to be SPL, the year that I campaigned to be SPL, there were 2 other people running against me, and it was like a really close race. And then every year since then, there's only been one person who kind of begrudgingly signs up to be SPL. So
My first, I did not see a SPL election until I was in high school because my first 3 years in Scouts, only one guy ran.
yeah, that's kind of how it was. It was just kind of all right, who's gonna have the job, and then of course the year that I actually wanted it, there were 2
Yeah.
other people running against me. It was a fierce campaign. I won
Right.
though.
It was my year was only me and my one friend who was gonna turn 18 halfway through the year, so it really wasn't. But the election before, there were 4 of us running. 2 of my friends, me, and a guy that was a little older than us. Actually, still a friend of mine. But the 4 of us ran, and apparently, like, the top 2, like, everyone was separated by 1 vote. It was like first, second, and then a tie for third. And it was like that close. And my one friend won. I'm actually really glad he won because he did a great job. But no, Boy Scouts was great though. Actually, all my friends I play video games with, like the people I still play League with, I only really stayed in touch because of Boy Scouts. So there is a connection there between the two. I played Pokemon on a lot of Boy Scout trips. That's how I spent most of my time.
Going back to video games and kind of Pokemon, I remember what we used to do on all the school bus trips was everybody would bring their DSs and we go into Picto Chat and just like at the time it was like, whoa, what is this awesome thing? I can connect with 20 other people. It was a lot of fun. And I remember somebody, I'm not gonna say who it is because I'm not a snitch, but somebody.
Wow.
But
what a gangster, Brian.
But somebody somebody said their name as somebody who didn't have a DS on them, and then started saying mean things about
let me
people.
just stop you right there.
Yeah, what's up?
By saying that was you.
That was not me. What was that, Rob?
You told me this story.
I did tell you this story.
Rob,
But
snitch.
Jeez, Rob, you're real. Yeah. Wow. Ouch. All right.
Snapchatting over there, Mr. Producer.
Snapchat your mom.
My mom doesn't have a Snapchat. I don't
Alright.
think. Maybe I'll have to.
Won't get canceled? You guys have been on for an hour and 45 minutes.
I
Go
know.
home.
It's a 3-hour finale.
No, it's not.
Every day is a
It's
3.
closer than 40 minutes.
All right. So we got 40 minutes.
Oh my god.
you really should have lied about
I
when this.
really should have canceled you when I had the chance.
Yeah.
All
what
right,
are
I
we
say
I
we
got away with
wrap.
it too.
I say we wrap it up
Yo, what do
soon.
you guys want to do for your next show?
Okay, yeah, like next show point.
Are we doing it next show? Because we gotta go home.
Not next Thursday, but when you guys come back.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
so
not
it's
doing.
gonna be like another month hiatus.
We're not doing one next Thursday. Oh, I honestly thought we were. Okay.
No, I'm going
I
home.
would have to train you on how to upload the show, and I don't plan on doing that.
I don't go home till 10 that night. I don't get my train. So.
I'm going home at like 5.
I don't know when I'm going home.
Rob just kind of lives here, and then he just kind of goes home sometimes.
Some man comes up, says I'm your father, and picks him up, and that's
Pretty much. It's more or less of just Rob picks up his phone and he says, my parents are outside, and then walks out, and then I see him on Monday.
Wait, don't bother talking at all.
Yeah. Or what was it? I woke up at like 10 a.m. on like a Friday, and I woke up and Rob wasn't there. I'm like, oh, did I miss class? Is today like Thursday? And I just thought it was Friday. And like I was in a big panic, like I'm throwing everything together. And I text Rob, I'm like, hey, did I miss class? And Rob just did not answer me. He opened up my Snapchat and then left me on red for a solid 3 hours. And then he finally like responded. He's like, I went home, and that was it. So yeah, as you can tell, me and Rob are very close roommates with the highest priority.
skills.
Yeah, amazing communication skills.
Next episode with these communication skills, what are we going to discuss? We could do
Maybe talk about the Star Wars movie.
Star Wars will have just come out. Okay.
Anything that happened in the past 2 months that we haven't talked about.
Like Comic-Con.
Well, we can just say Star Wars, and I'm sure we can turn Star Wars into Comic-Con and stuff, because that's a very Comic-Con-esque topic. So we'll just do Star Wars, and like this episode, we'll probably end up talking about a million other things.
I forgot. I took a picture of so Rob already knows it. Just really quick before we wrap up, we went to Comic-Con and they had Justin Roiland there, and the line for Justin Roiland was really long, and I was like, it's kind of expensive. I don't really want to wait in the line, and whoever was next to him had like no line. So what I did is I stood at the end of the person who sat next to him, and I just like raised my phone above my head and took a picture, and like and technically I got a picture of Justin Roiland, but in reality it's like 20 pixels big. And I'm like, yep, that's Justin Roiland. I saw him there. That was the thing. It's like, ooh.
I'll have the mic, Travis.
Hit him up with the mic? Okay. You still an answer to your favorite wrestler of all time is.
Oh, I got yelled at for trying to.
You can tell these Comic-Con stories later.
Oh,
Yeah, save it for the Comic Con
fine.
show.
All right.
I do want to give you guys the Twitter poll results. For 0% of the vote, tennis.
Wow.
So that's technically the worst sport, according to Twitter.
The rest got votes?
Yeah, it got 0 votes out of 6
Can we
votes.
stomp out of here.
17% went to boxing.
That was me.
Wow.
I voted.
33% went to baseball and golf.
Baseball is the best. Look, baseball's the second best.
Bowling got 50%.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll go.
So
I'll go
you
with that.
lost. You lost. My all-time favorite wrestler.
John Cena and The Rock.
Can
Not
you
the
smell?
Same person.
Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Is it the two top?
It probably would be The Rock, to be
The
honest.
two
with you.
Rock's
meme
good.
kings of wrestling, obviously.
Is it the diamond ring wearing, Rolex wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a Ric Flair? Yeah, I have the Ric Flair dialogue memorized. It's not that long.
John Cena for being a meme and an American hero, obviously.
Not at the same time. I don't know if I'd have a favorite. I've only recently really gotten into wrestling, so maybe we're gonna plug the wrestling podcast. Me and Eric are gonna probably end up starting at this point because since we've talked for like 10 minutes about it during a 2-hour video game episode.
You know who my favorite wrestler is? It's a guy with no shirt that goes and beats up the other ones. Like the really fat guy.
Really fat guy.
Yeah. Butterball.
Inspiration and the show.
All right.
And on that,
All right. And on that note, we'll see you in a month and a half probably.
Yeah, see
no,
you
not,
never.
not a
See-
month and a
yeah.
half. Month and a half is like the end of January.
Yeah, we're gonna get back at like
Month and a half.
January.
We're
like-
already canceled.
We're gonna get back
Yeah.
within less than a month. Less than a month.
No, it's not like it's a
We
month.
get back January 7th, and that's like a Tuesday. If we do it that's the 10th. So
I
we're
don't know.
less than a month.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. We're canceled. I don't know if
We're
you
never
remember
canceled.
Speaking of,
that.
We're the
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
unkillable.
huh?